I'm running down the street in bare feet right now because I'm not allowed to include third-party IP footage in this video, but I need to give exposition. Basically, I got invited to join this ad campaign for DC Dark Legion, and they pay $10 per 1,000 views, which means if this video gets 1 million views, I get $10,000. And there's a $28,000 prize pool. Help me get 2.8 million views so I can steal all the prize money, and then I'll spend it all on lottery tickets in my next video. I'm not even kidding. Last time I did this, I put $8,000 on black. I'll genuinely do it. But anyways, allow me to introduce the DC official strategy game, Dark Legion. Immediately, I tried to make my username catch this sock full of nickels, but apparently that's too long, and so I had to settle on something else. And now every cutscene has this passive-aggressive undertone. I really like Adam, and I think he's my favorite, but I just wish he was like a little bit cooler. Oh my god, Black Adam! The aim of the game is to unlock new rooms, build your shelter, and collect all the different DC Dark Legion characters. I only meant to play the game for a few minutes to get footage, and then I got actually sucked in for over 20 minutes. I would abandon my wife at the altar for 5 more minutes of gameplay of DC Dark Legion. You guys should all go play it, if you could even handle it. You're not even prepared. Download DC Dark Legion now and unlock almost all champions for free. Also help me steal all the prize money, pretty please. Okay, bye. Toasters kill over 700 people every year, and I for one think we need to start turning the tables. Hi, I'm Mr. Pancake, professional toaster exterminator. Has your toaster ever tried to convince you to give it a bath? If it has, you're probably a high school student, and it was trying to kill you. Join the cause, don't let them win.
You know, my favorite question that I get on here all the time is, who's the one person you follow on this app? And you know the reason I love it? Because I'm never going to tell any of you. Never. It could be anyone. It could be any one of you. It could be a celebrity. It could be an unknown. And you'll never know. Never.
Guys, he's never gonna tell us. There's no way to know. There's no way to possibly know. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna have any idea. I accidentally played Minecraft with a sex offender, and now I'm making a YouTube video out of it because this video got over 50,000 likes. But also, while I did that, I had another conversation with Tall Knight on Discord, which just consisted of me sending him audio recordings of me laughing at him while he gets upset. Guys, if we don't bully them, the sex offenders win. Anyways, I also went to the doctors because I had a cut on my lip and my teeth were bleeding, and he was like, it's probably fine, and then gave me steroids. So I'm ready to fight a homeless man and rip a fucking kitten in half. I'm fucking jacked. I also picked up a random hitchhiker the other day, and now a bunch of things like my U2s and my Nirvana shirt are just gone, so I'm expecting to find those on eBay soon. And speaking of eBay, I gave my friend my old PC because I was wiping it, and I found a bunch of Donald Trump stickers. I have no fucking idea where these came from. And I used my old U2's promotional stickers to just graffiti this PC and annoy him. I super glued the stickers down, and he doesn't know how to buy a new case. He doesn't know how to move the PC. He's just gonna have to deal with this. Also, the fish that I've been indoctrinating with John Lennon for the past 6 months is still somehow alive. I did not expect this. Honestly, I'm just impressed at this point. My friend had to make this really embarrassing video presentation for a college assignment, and I don't know why he did this, but he decided to send it to me. Immediately, I started brainstorming on how to make him regret this the most, and I found out that you don't have to be a company to run ads on YouTube. I know this because I had to make an AdSense account a couple days ago for my YouTube channel, and while a smarter man might pull this money out and spend it on something responsible, I decided to pump all $400 of my YouTube revenue into buying ads of his presentation. It may have taken a couple days, but he eventually saw them and was overjoyed at how many people were able to see this presentation. And I paid for this ad to be shown to thousands of people just to make sure he saw it, but I have no idea what anybody else watching it thought. I'm like, wow, this company's marketing budget really went to shit, huh? Let me know if any of you guys saw an ad on YouTube in the last week that looked like it was recorded on an iPhone 4 and wasn't promoting anything in particular, because that was probably mine. He also told me I wasn't allowed to show the clip in this video because believe me, I wanted to, but he didn't lose an episode of Impractical Jokers, and so I'm not going to. But I do feel the indescribable need to look up how much commercial airtime costs on major television networks. If you work at Chipotle, do not watch this video. Anyways, I accidentally bought fake Pokemon cards off the TikTok shop. They were $20 each, and I was like 80% sure they were fake, but I had to take the chance, and so I bought 4 of them. And immediately after ordering, I was told that the price was incorrect and that I had to cancel my order so that he could raise the price and then order 3 boxes, and he would send me a 4th for free. This is the least sketchy TikTok shop interaction, and I was expecting to get nothing. But lo and behold, 2 weeks later, it actually shipped. I got 4 151 booster boxes worth about $280. But opening Pokemon cards is like 90% luck-based and 20% skill, so I took them to the holiest place that I knew, Chipotle, and as soon as I walk in, the guy in the back making the chicken points to me from across the restaurant like he's doing a WWE wrestling call-out, and starts yelling to me about how he'll give me free burritos for Pokemon cards. I don't even know if he's allowed to do that, but I took that deal. I ended up trading him a whole box for 3 free burritos, and after I sat down, I started inspecting the packaging, and gotta fucking catch some of them. These were fake as shit. They looked like they were printed on cardstock paper, and the printer was running out of ink. I'm pulling Chorpazords. Burritos. But anyways, I left the Chipotle, admired my new collection, and the TikTok shop of the guy who sold me the cards had mysteriously disappeared. Anyways, that was a couple weeks ago, and I thought that was the end of it until I walk into this Chipotle again, and guess who's making the burritos? It's the same guy I sold the Pokemon cards to. He looks up and instantly recognizes me. I thought he was about to lunge over the counter and rob me, but apparently he didn't notice the cards were fake, and he pulled out his phone and started showing me all the cool cards that he pulled. I've been back to that Chipotle multiple times since, but I don't have the heart to tell him. The guilt has been eaten away at me, and I feel like I betrayed the Chipotle chicken man. Sometimes I forget that 666,000 views means 666,000 people watched this video, and that's a lot of people. So in response, I'm utilizing my platform to shoot my shot and achieve my greatest dream. This video is dedicated to Chipotle HQ. I want to make a deal for one of those cards that just gives you free unlimited food for life. I have a friend who has a Starbucks one. I know they exist. I get flexed on constantly, and it's embarrassing. They won that one competition a while ago where you could just randomly win free Starbucks for the rest of your life. I didn't even know you could actually win those, but apparently you can. And so I've come to bargain. I will do literally anything for free food. I'll tattoo your logo on my arm, wrap my car, reference Chipotle in the first 7 seconds of every TikTok video I make. I don't care. I'd sell my family for free burritos. This isn't even the first time I've tried doing this. Does anybody else have an Excel sheet with the names and email addresses of the entire Chipotle board of directors? Because I do. That's probably not going to help my cause at all if they're actually watching this video, but I swear, I'm a chill guy. I just want free food. And in the unlikely event that you're watching this video and you're not on the Chipotle executive team, like the video, add him in the comments, repost it to your family group chat. I don't care. Help me as a random teenager get free Chipotle for the rest of my life, and my friend will never be able to flex on me ever again. Seriously though, Chipotle, all those offers are completely valid. I will literally tattoo my arm for this. Voices in my head are telling me to pour clear Elmer's glue into a water bottle and then leave it in my family's refrigerator to see if my bloodline has any glue drinkers in it. But anyways, I saw a picture of Peyton List recently, and it just sparked this vivid memory of when I was in middle school, and Peyton List just showed up with like no notice and did a little assembly/meet and greet. I don't even know if she was promoting anything. It seemed like the teachers were equally confused on why she was there. And so I did some research. I tried to find an article or something talking about Peyton List losing her fantasy football league and having to go to random middle schools, but all I got was the AI saying Peyton List likely did not attend my middle school, as she is a Hollywood actress. No kidding, but why am I getting status flexed on by a robot? I don't know if Peyton List has TikTok, but Peyton, if you're watching, did you just randomly show up to a middle school in New Jersey for no reason, or am I bipolar? This is a very niche, obscure rabbit hole that I found myself way too far in. TikTok's even influencing my crash out at this point. Show off your FPS skills. What else could that possibly mean? I'm not going to actually crash out. I'm a pillar of mental stability, but if something bad happens to Peyton List in the next like 24, 48 hours, I'm fucked. My Google searches are way too stalkery and I'm screwed. Alright, I was gonna record a video yesterday about this mysterious package that just showed up at my house out of nowhere, but then I heard a bunch of people screaming outside, and so I thought there was another mass shooting. Turns out, no, it was just a parade, or a bunch of people really
What the fuck is this?
But either way, I'm in a second-story window with a crowd of people under me, and so I started flicking pennies at them, and then I decided I wanted to escalate the situation. I also live-streamed myself doing it because I strive to be a bad influence, and now I'm not allowed to stream for 2 days, because apparently you're not allowed to say, "This one's for Abraham," and then shoot a small child in the back of the head. It's also almost been 6 months since I started indoctrinating my fish with John Lennon, and I think, honestly, if he survives this, he might earn some freedom. Or I'll make him do slave labor. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Also, I ordered a cutout of O.J. Simpson like 2 weeks ago, and it has not arrived. It's gonna ruin my upload schedule if it doesn't get here. Fucking OJ, this is the second worst thing you've ever done. Anyways, I also said if this video got 40,000 likes, I would buy this night mask and make a parody channel of Tall Night where I just make sex offender jokes. And that video got 80,000 likes in like 4 days. Are you fucking kidding me? I have to go to Spirit Halloween. I don't want to go to Spirit Halloween, but I'm gonna do it. Alright, so I printed out a picture of John Lennon and I hung it next to my goldfish's tank to make him think that John Lennon is God and influence his religious beliefs. But this morning when I went to check on him, I found he'd pulled some shenanigans. He tried to stab John Lennon. I would be absolutely devastated if something bad happened to John Lennon. But luckily goldfish are notoriously bad at committing knife crimes, so John Lennon survived. But I still decided to buy him a frame anyway. But I've never bought frames before. I didn't know you're supposed to like measure the picture beforehand, so the frame was a little bit small. I also don't know how to hang a picture frame. The first attempt ended up with tape all over my John Lennon picture. I almost cut my hand open, so I decided to take a second approach. I cut my John Lennon picture to fit in the picture frame, and bam, it's even more culty. Also, like I said, I have no idea how to hang a picture frame, so this is just held up with like a zip tie, some tape, and a thumbtack. Also, to user at everyone's favorite dude who commented, "Please decorate your fish's tank." Guess what the picture frame came with? Rocks. They're not real rocks, but they work just as well. Also, I can hear the tape breaking on the John Lennon picture as I'm recording this, so we're gonna find out if it's still there next video. Alright, I haven't made a video in like a month because the thought of ordering 60 pounds of mayonnaise put me into a stress-induced coma, and I just refused to wake up. No, I'm lying. It's actually because Memorial Day weekend, a bunch of people from my work called out. So instead of working 2 7-hour shifts, I was working 3 11-hour shifts. That's 33 hours in 3 days. The hell with child labor laws. I'm getting more hours than the lithium miner kids. Anyway, because I was so exhausted from keeping the schedule, a fucking 1920s industrial revolution prepubescent boy, I didn't even fucking eat food when I got home. I got no breaks, by the way. It was 11 hours straight. But anyway, when I got home, I just went right to sleep. I was tired. Until the third day when I was like, damn, food would probably be good for my body. So I ordered an entire large Domino's meat lovers pizza for $11.99, and I ate the whole thing in like 20 minutes. Turns out you're not supposed to do that. It started out with mild food poisoning, but quickly transitioned into 107-degree fever. There was a solid 2 hours where I forgot how to use my legs. The whole thing feels like a blackout fever dream, and now my TikTok For You page is in Russian. I have no idea if that's correlated, but I don't know how to fix it, and I feel like I'm still living in a fever dream. Don't eat the large Domino's 5-topping pizza for $11.99. It'll cause irreparable damage. Alright, story time. So I'm in high school, and I noticed a while ago that if I just kind of don't talk and sit in the back of classes, no one knows I exist. Not even teachers. Which is great, because I can skip class and never get marked absent. It's my superpower. It's amazing. However, there's one teacher that's seen through me since the first day of school, and it's my English teacher. I'm not even kidding either. First week of school, she's like, Pancake, you're in the back. You seem quiet, but I don't think you're really quiet. I think you're hiding something. I think you're secretly Hannah Montana or something on the side. How does she know? Boy, was she right. I'm not even really famous, but I got blocked by the president on Twitter, and I think that's pretty impressive. Anyway, we had an assignment like 2 weeks ago. I haven't started. I'm gonna hand it in late, but we had to write about something that seemed insignificant but altered our lives. And I'm just gonna write about TikTok. I'm gonna just confess that she was right the whole time and provide detailed examples. I'm gonna turn my English teacher into a paranoid schizophrenic. She's never gonna trust another quiet kid again. Anyway, I'll update you guys with her reaction whenever I hand in the essay, but that's a video for another time. End the video. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm a fool for ever doubting it. This guy commented for me to order 50 gallons of mayonnaise and give it to a teacher. And I said, I'll do it if you get 2,000 likes, because I didn't think he'd ever get 2,000 likes, and he didn't. He got 14,000 likes in like a night. Are you kidding me? Anyway, that was 2 weeks ago, and the mayonnaise is here. I think they were out of the one I ordered too, because instead of getting 2 buckets of mayonnaise, I got 4 barrels of mayonnaise. I'm just gonna walk up to people with like a spoonful of warm mayonnaise. Oh, would you like to eat this or double it and give it to the next person? Also, by the way, the mayonnaise just arrived in like a regular Amazon box. It's been in the mail for like 2 weeks. There's no way this should be consumed. Anyway, the John Lennon picture that I hung up to make my fish think that he's God and worship him, it's still on the wall somehow. I hung it up with like a thumbtack, some tape, and a zip tie, and it's still there. Also, the fish is still alive somehow. I'm still waiting for him to die so I can trick a child into eating him and traumatize the child, but he's still here for now. He just worships John Lennon 24/7. So if any of you guys have any other ideas of who I should hang on the wall to corrupt my fish even more, I would love to hear them. Also, I clearly haven't learned my lesson, so if this video gets 40,000 likes, I'll eat a stick of deodorant. I've been using this frame picture of John Lennon to keep my fish in line and make him think that he's God. But it occurred to me yesterday, why scare my fish with John Lennon when I can scare the whole neighborhood with John Lennon? You see, I live on the 2nd story of a popular restaurant, so there are thousands of people walking around the street looking at the building, and those people need to be enlightened. Anyway, I wanted to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon to hang out my window and overlook the city, and my original plan was to borrow cinder blocks from this construction site and then return them to Home Depot, but they must have seen my TikTok, because now they have someone guarding them. I kid you not, they've been going unguarded for like a week. I make one video subtly implying I might borrow a few of them, and now there's a guard. But I can't give up on John Lennon, so it's time for plan B. Did you know the new TikTok creator fund is paying people a few cents per 1,000 views? I did the math. We just gotta get 1.7 million views to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon. But that's a lot of views, and my videos aren't that good, so here's what you're gonna do. Send the video to Homeland Security with no context, and they'll be forced to watch it for national security. I'm gonna get put on a list, but it's gonna be so worth it. We just gotta get 1.7 million views. I said in my last video that everyone should share it to Homeland Security so they'd be forced to watch it and I could afford to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon. And apparently you're not supposed to do that because that video got removed from the For You page. But it still got 158,000 views in like an hour before getting taken down. I didn't even break a real guideline either. Usually when you get a strike, if they send you like a message, it's like, oh, your video got reported for terrorism or something. No, I just got a message from TikTok saying, do not exploit Homeland Security. some TikTok employee just watched my video and was like, dude, what the fuck? And then had to take it down. I didn't even know that was a message you could get. I'm gonna claim it right now. I'm the first TikToker to ever get told by TikTok not to exploit Homeland Security. Anyway, since it's looking like I'm not gonna be able to buy a cardboard cutout of John Lennon anytime soon, I decided to do the next best thing and print out a picture of Joe Bartolozzi to keep my fish company. He's so cute, and it's such a shame that he died, but if you guys have any more suggestions of who to add to the wall, I'll print them out and put them on their next video. By the end of this series, my whole room is just gonna end up being a collage of random people. I got bored, and so I went to Target and started swapping out the families in the picture frames with slightly more methed out families. I also changed this city landscape to John Lennon, but then a Target employee walked over and I just could not get caught sneaking methed out families and John Lennon into picture frames, so I walked to a different part of the store. Also, did you know that you can order stickers of whatever you want for like a couple bucks? Because I bought 100 of these stickers advertising my YouTubes, and then I just flooded the toy section with them to target single mothers. But I still have like 80 left, so if you guys have any ideas for more places to flood, leave them in the comments. I was also going to print out a picture of OJ Simpson to hang next to Joe Bartolozzi to torture my fish, but then my printer ran out of ink, so I just kind of fucking drew OJ Simpson, and I'm not sure if this is racist or not. Anyway, shout out to all the people that bought a U2. Sales have been going insane. We're gonna delay everyone else's shipping, and it's gonna be amazing. I know my whole channel is just kind of jokes, but it does mean a lot that people are buying these because it's really cool, and it helps support the channel. You know, maybe I'll actually become a real YouTuber someday, and I'm just doing the steps wildly out of order. Anyway, that being said, if we sell 2,000 YouTubers, I'll make an OnlyFans on God. Guys, stop atting the GeoGuessr guy in the comments. I showed 2 pictures of streetlights near my house in my last video, and immediately 100 people go to the comments and start adding the GeoGuessr guy. I want to say there's no way he could find me based on 2 streetlights, but he's the goddamn Jesus Christ of finding people. He's probably got every streetlight memorized. And I also want to say there's no way he would, but look at this man.
You're just gonna have to find me.
Alright, I found you.
I'm fucking terrified of him. Holy shit. He could be the most powerful supervillain in the world if he just lifted the littlest bit of a finger. Also, I just want to say I am dangerously close to becoming an OnlyFans star, because I said in this last video that if we sold 2,000 YouTubers, I'd make an OnlyFans. I said it as a joke. Obviously, if we do it, I'm gonna make the OnlyFans, but I kind of hope we don't, because now we're like, I can't say how far we are, but we're really close, and I kind of don't want to hit it. Also, look at this drawing of OJ Simpson. Isn't he cute? I'm doing this specifically for you, Geo Randbolt. This is for, I know you've been added in this video at least a dozen times. This is for you. What do you think of my drawing of OJ Simpson? Do you like it? Alright, so I was walking my dog yesterday and I got bored, so I just started connecting my phone to all the Bluetooth in every streetlight that I passed, and it turns out that was a bad idea. Anyways, I got this Mrpancake U2s about a week ago. It's still on the website if you want to buy it. It's available until July 7th. I gotta go into the ad mode real quick. It's in 6th place. We're doing great. Anyways, I was looking for ways to guerrilla market the thing, and I thought, what if I just buy a billboard? How expensive would that be? Turns out, not expensive at all. It's like 20 bucks a day. And I also realized you can put practically anything on a billboard. These companies have no standards. Originally, I was gonna put up an ad for the U2s on the billboard, but now I kind of just want to like stalk a random person, figure out what road they drive to work, then buy a billboard on that road that says like, Daryl Philman, your wife is cheating on you, just to freak him the fuck out. Also, the radio station at my work has this one radio host, and every like 5 minutes she'll start adding her Twitter and promoting her Twitter. So if this video gets 30,000 likes, I'll tweet at her and try to see if I can get her to play Minecraft with me. And if the video gets 60,000 likes, I'll fucking do the billboard thing and get arrested for stalking. Alright, so a while ago I made this video and I said if it got 60,000 likes, I would stalk a random person, figure out what road they drive to work, then buy a billboard on it that says they have estranged children with a Latina woman. And I put a 60,000 like goal because I thought, you know, that's pretty unreasonable. There's no way they get 60,000 likes. That video got 80,000 likes. I'm not gonna actually do it. Step 1, find someone who lives in a major city. This is Justin. Technically, he's not a random person. He's a friend of mine, but I picked him for 2 reasons. 1, it's easier to stalk him, and 2, I can make the billboard infinitely more accurate. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't had an affair with a Latina woman recently, but he did pee his pants in the 3rd grade, and I'm not gonna let him live it down. Now all I have to do is find what road he drives to work. It's this one. From there, I just spent 3 minutes in MS Paint, figured out what billboard company owned that road, then emailed them the design file I made. But then I had to make sure the billboard went up on a day that he was working, so I called his work to figure out what days he had off and what days he was there. Figured out what day he was there, and bam, here's the receipt for the billboard, baby! It goes up July 12th. If you thought I wouldn't do it for a second, you are a fool. Anyways, if this video gets 200,000 likes, I'm raising it. I'll do it again, but to this person's uncle. Alright, so I found a new feature in my phone. I got bored today and I just started fucking around in the settings, and I figured out that you can make a completely fake profile. So if instead of entering my actual password, I enter 1234, my phone just goes to a profile where the background is Willem Dafoe. The only app is Google Photos, with just a picture of Willem Dafoe, and the whole thing is in Chinese. I have no idea in what scenario this is necessary, but I'm just like waiting for someone to try to like log into my phone, they type in that password. I want to get my phone confiscated by a teacher, and then them try to log in and be met with this shit. Also, my grandfather just came over to my house today and gave me a box full of random electronics, including 2 flip phones in case I ever want to be a dealer. I'm not even kidding, 20,000 likes and I'll do it. Anyway, speaking of like goals gone horribly wrong, a while ago I said if this video hit 60,000 likes, I would stalk somebody and then put up an extremely targeted billboard, and that video hit 80,000 likes, and so the Justin Peet his pants in 3rd grade billboard goes up today. If you're in the Orlando, Florida area, go check it out. I'm not, I can't, but if you are, go do it. It's on this road, go do it, bye.
Listen to your parents. I love the French. Pay your taxes. I take full responsibility for my actions.
That is not me. I do not do any of those things. Who the fuck made a voice AI of me? Are you kidding me? This sounds nothing like me. I am not Swedish. Alright, so I have a problem. There's this guy that does concerts outside my house at like 6 a.m. every Wednesday, and that's the only day I have off from work. And it's so loud, it shakes the whole house, and originally I was like, wow, I could not be more obnoxious than this guy if I was trying to. But then I gave it 2 more seconds of thought and realized I absolutely can. I remembered a little while ago, I figured out how to hack into the Bluetooth and the streetlights, and my first idea was just drown him out with some ASMR of sirens or 10 hours of women screaming. But no, I can do better. I found this Hannah Montana electric guitar on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna just stand across the street from him and play the worst electric guitar you've ever heard. Or even worse, I'll learn how to actually play the electric guitar so I can stand across the street from him and show him up. I'm gonna connect it to all the streetlights surrounding him so he can't escape it and it drowns him out. I'm going all in on this side quest out of pure spite. You woke me up early like 3 times. I'm gonna learn how to play the electric guitar for like 2 months so I can stand across the street and laugh as your audience dissipates. This is why your children don't love you. So I get off of work 1 day a week, and there's this guy who stands across the street and starts playing music at 7 a.m. and he wakes me up every week. And so I decided to seek revenge. I could do the usual cut his power, slash his tires, but I decided to get a bit more creative. I went on Marketplace and found this Hannah Montana electric guitar, and the plan is to stand across the street from him and just be as annoying as possible. But then the fucking Facebook Marketplace guitar Nazi wouldn't sell me the Hannah Montana guitar because I wasn't a child and wasn't intending to give it to one. I would have lied, but who could have foreseen this obstacle? And so this is the end of my mission. My plan has been foiled. There's no way I can possibly be more obnoxious than this guy without a Hannah Montana electric guitar. Until I found this big ass Russian man selling a bright pink electric guitar for $60, and so I bought that. He didn't give a fuck why I was buying it. And so you better get ready, you old man. I'm gonna spend the next 2 months learning how to play electric guitar, and then I'll stand across the street from you and show you up with my bright pink flamboyant statement piece. You're gonna wish you never woke me up those 4 times. Alright, so I haven't posted in 4 days, but I did it because I spent the last 4 days practicing electric guitar so I can bully a homeless man. If you don't know, there's this guy that stands outside my house and does concerts at 7 a.m. and so I bought this bright pink electric guitar so the next time he's out there, I'm just gonna stand across the street and be even more obnoxious. But I also figured out another way to be even more annoying with this guitar because it is ungodly loud and there are a lot of people that walk on the street outside my house. So all I have to do is max out the guitar, max out the volume, max out the gain, and boost it, and it sounds like a fucking explosion. It's so loud the microphone can't pick it up. People on the street are looking up at my house and my windows are closed. Thank God being loud and annoying isn't technically a crime. But you know what else isn't technically a crime? Printing out fake video games, then going to GameStop and putting them on the shelves for people to find. Anyways, I found this Xbox game template and I still have a Photoshop account from a graphics design class I took my sophomore year. So if this video gets 50,000 likes, I'll take whatever the top comment is and then turn it into a video game and sneak it into a GameStop. Alright, so I said if my last video got 50,000 likes, I would take the top comment on that video, turn it into an Xbox game, and then hide that game in a GameStop for someone to find. And that video got 64,000 likes overnight, and the top comment was Fish War Crime Simulator. I'm not even gonna lie, it could have been a lot worse. Unfortunately, I got locked out of the Adobe account that I stole, so I had to install a Paint app to design the cover. But then my free trial ended right as I was about to finish. I hate to be the part 2 guy, but I'm not paying for that. I have to wait until tomorrow. Anyway, while I was waiting waiting, I remembered that I was planning to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon to scare my goldfish and drive in the carpool lane. But then I might have accidentally found something even better. Actual newspapers from John Lennon's assassination. I'm trying to buy them, but they keep asking me why I want them, and I don't know how to answer that question. And on the note of random things I want to acquire, I've had like 17 people DM me and tell me they have Hannah Montana guitars. Part of me wants to open a P.O. box, collect all these guitars, and then try to get a world record out of it. But the other part of me knows that if I open a P.O. box, I'll immediately get sent a bomb. I had a bad idea. I said if one of my videos got 50,000 likes, I would turn the top comment into a video game and then hide it in a GameStop. And that video got 60,000 likes, and so here we are. The top comment was Fish War Crime Simulator. I made the game cover in a knockoff MS Paint, but then when I went to print it, my printer was low on ink, and so it came out all gray and boring. I can't use this, but I also can't scrap the video. I already made the like goal, and so I decided to go to the local library and use their printer to print Fish War Crime Simulator. From there, I just slipped it into a Nintendo Switch case and then drove to GameStop to hide it amongst the shelves for some unsuspecting child to find. Someone's gonna find this and ask about it, and the cashier is gonna think it's a prank, and it's gonna be a whole situation that I'm not even fucking a part of anymore. Anyway, I didn't want to make it look like I was stealing from GameStop, and so I wanted to buy something, but even this foam Mario hat was $23. I'm not paying for that, and so I went to Target instead. After hours of searching for the perfect thing to buy, I may or may not have forgot to scan this cool Paw Patrol hat that I found, and get this, it's signed by Jesus Christ. Alright, I haven't posted in a while, but it's time to do what all content creators do after having not posted for a while. Sell out. A couple days ago, I went to Target and I thrifted this Paw Patrol hat that was signed by Jesus. And TikTok has this new shop feature, so all I have to do is find one billionaire or toddler that doesn't understand money, and I can buy a combine harvester. I found this website called govdeals.com. It's an auction website with a bunch of military surplus being auctioned off, and you can buy a combine harvester for $110. You can also buy other stuff like clothes, food, tanks, and even laptops. This might not seem important, but a while ago I figured out how to connect my phone to the Bluetooth in the streetlights, and I immediately wanted to play an alarm throughout the city to cause mass panic. But the only problem was you can't connect one device to multiple streetlights, but you can connect multiple devices to multiple streetlights. But the only problem with this plan was, where are you gonna find like 60 Chromebooks to connect to all the streetlights? They're expensive. Guess what, baby? No, they're not. Here's 60 Chromebooks for $3. Oh my god, I forgot the entire premise of this video. I don't care anymore. I'm doing this now. Alright, so I haven't posted in 5 days, but it's been because I've been practicing playing electric guitar so I can outplay a homeless man. But then yesterday I fell on a grill and my left hand is completely fucked. So now I gotta be productive and actually make a video. Anyway, I've made a terrible mistake. In this video I mentioned there's a government auction website where you can buy pretty much anything. And this guy said buy a tank, so I jokingly replied saying I'd do it if he got 5,000 likes. I hadn't posted a video in like a week. There's no way this random comment gets 5,000 likes. Wrong, it got 6,900 likes. But the problem is I live in a city, I park 3 blocks away, where am I gonna put a tank? And how do I even buy a tank? Originally I was gonna sell this Jesus signed Paw Patrol hat by exploiting the brand new TikTok shop feature. You see, TikTok gives every customer 50% off their first purchase, and they pay for the other half. So all I would have to do is list it for like $10,000, some rich billionaire pays $5,000, and TikTok pays the other $5,000. But upon looking for how to do that, I learned that TikTok did not give me access to that feature, probably for the best, but now I have no idea how to raise the money to do that stupid idea. Guys, it's time to make an OnlyFans. Alright, so I had to go take senior pictures recently, and if you don't know what that is, it's when you go get your picture taken in the summer looking all fancy, and then they put it in the yearbook. Anyway, I showed up at my school to get my picture taken, and the picture taker lady was high as shit. She had no idea what planet she was on, but she handed me a sign to hold and then took the first picture, only to realize the lens cap was still on the camera. Does this mean everyone's picture before me just didn't get taken? Anyway, it was at this point that I realized I could do just about anything in this picture, and she would not notice, and so I decided it'd be kind of funny if I just spun to the side and held the sign up like it was a mugshot. The joke I was envisioning is that the yearbook is gonna come out, everyone's gonna have their pictures where they're looking all fancy, nice at the camera, and then there's just gonna be mine where I'm spun to the side looking like I got arrested for assault and battery. But even though she didn't notice I made a joke of the picture, the school district did, because I got an email earlier today. Your senior picture was a graphical error. Can you come in and take another one? Also, you owe $10.25. You can have that $10.25 over my dead body, and I'm not coming in to take another picture. I don't care. Alright, so I went to this fancy steakhouse, and on the way out, there was this bowl of mints that you could just kind of take for free. And so I started taking them one by one, but then my pockets filled up, and I was like, I wonder what's in the drawers of this table. Turns out it was the whole bag of mints they used to refill the bowl. Anyway, for anyone wondering, it is entirely possible to get kicked out of a steakhouse for taking too many mints. I do this for science and mints. My pockets are way deeper than I thought they were. I got 54 of them. I'm registering it as a world record. Nobody outsteals me when it comes to free mints. Also, after my U2's campaign where I lied to them and made a joke out of the whole thing, I got an email saying they were sending me a package, and my first thought was, oh god, it's a bomb. But guess what just showed up today, baby? It's a package from U2's, and it's not even bomb-shaped. Not only is it not a bomb, it's a Technoblade U2's. I don't remember asking for this. I think they just sent it to me. But also, I remember them asking me, hey, do you want any extras of your U2's to give to family or friends? And I was like, I don't really have any, but can I get 2 extras? And they said, alright, we're sending you 10, and so there's gonna be a legion of pancake men showing up at my house. Alright, so there's this YouTuber, Ted Nivison. He went to every rainforest cafe, directed a music video, and he's clinically insane. Anyways, a while ago he made these 2 videos where he manipulated the TikTok algorithm, and he even made a viral sound. But why is this important? Well, you see, I found this alt account that he's been posting on for the last month. But that's not too unusual, right? Wrong! He posted 8 videos a day! Who posts 8 videos a day? What the fuck? I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. An experiment is being conducted right under our noses, and I will not stand for it. I'm gonna go through his channel and watch every single one of these videos. There's hundreds. This is gonna take forever, but it's gonna be worth it. You're not getting away with it this time, Ted. I'm gonna figure you out. I was gonna do that this video, and it was gonna be a really sick reveal. I figured out what you're doing, Ted. But I have to upload in an hour, and I'm really good at procrastinating. Anyways, speaking of procrastinating, I haven't uploaded in like 5 days, alright? But somehow we gained followers. Somehow I went up 15,000 followers by doing nothing. So thank you guys for that. We do no work ever and stay winning, boys. I might have accidentally just uncovered a huge scheme. So about 2 days ago, I made this video about Ted Nivison's alt account that's him pulling some shenanigans, and I looked into it. He's wearing different clothes in all of the videos. Look at the upload time, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes. He's outside in this one. For a second, I thought maybe he's just posting on an alt for fun, but no, this is calculated. He's trying to exploit TikTok's new timer feature by uploading a bunch of pre-recorded spam videos over the course of a month and seeing how many followers he can gain by not doing any work. You thought you were crafty, but I figured you out. Video ruined, exposed. At least that's what I thought until I realized, hey, wait a minute, all of these videos are over a minute long. Now that could be because maybe Ted knows that videos over a minute long get pushed out more by TikTok, but to be honest, I don't think he knows that. I think the real reason these videos are stretched out is to make money. If you don't know, a video under a minute long on TikTok makes no money ever, but a video over a minute long, oh my god, you can make bank. It's insane. But why would Ted Nivison want to make money on TikTok? He would earn more off one YouTube upload than a year on TikTok. And then I realized it was all an elaborate facade, and Ted's not the only one. I found more accounts just like it. There's dozens of them, meaning there's probably just one guy out there screen grabbing all these videos and reposting them to make money. Anyways, did you guys know there are websites where you can find someone's address based on a username? I accidentally played Minecraft with a sex offender, and now I'm making a YouTube video out of it. And did I say it would be out Friday, and that was like 5 days ago? I don't know, maybe. But was I also distracted due to my new thriving business of standing outside a salad works and asking fat women if they're pregnant? I don't know, maybe. Anyways, that's gonna have to wait a few more days because I'm going to VidCon in Baltimore to wreak havoc on the convention, and I decided not to use a map because they were invented by the French and I don't respect them. Anyways, I accidentally ended up in New York. Come on, we've all been there. We've all made this mistake before because much like the French, I was directionless. But I should still be able to make it to VidCon by tomorrow. And I actually emailed them asking to do a panel so I could spread propaganda and lies, and they said absolutely fucking not. And so then I talked to some of the other featured creators, and it turns out a lot of them are actually pulling out of their panels because VidCon Baltimore is not popular. So guess what, baby? There's gonna be open auditoriums. My current plan is to form a mob, start a distraction, maybe like light some bushes on fire or something, and then just sneak into an empty room of the stage and start monologuing until I get kicked out. Anyways, if you're in Baltimore and you see someone wearing a Nirvana shirt and cargo pants, walk up and join the mob. I got bored, and so I decided to drive to Syracuse to find the Margaritaville that Ted Nivison went to and then lick the seat that he sat on. Just kidding, I liked all of them. And then I figured out how to get rich while only committing a small atrocity. Basically, if you go on Zillow and then filter it to empty land, there's dozens of listings for like $1. So for like $200, you could buy thousands of miles of American land. But we're not using the land, we're holding it hostage. Basically, we start burning it and then send a ransom note to the government and either sell it back to them or get arrested. It's all or nothing, like a pedophile teaching kindergarten. And speaking of, it's almost almost that time of year again where I go beat up little kids for their candy. And so I went to Spirit Halloween to get my costume, and guess who's dressing as their favorite sex offender this year, baby? 40,000 likes, and I make a parody channel where I just bully him into oblivion. Anyway, speaking of things that I bought, I also ordered this life-size cardboard cutout of OJ Simpson, but that's for another video. I'm gonna use it to traumatize a child because I made a promise to a random guy on Discord that I would start uploading videos every day again because it's been like 2 weeks since my last video. So get ready for more crusading throughout all of October. I'm gonna do something drastic before the end of the month. Apparently, the weapons police officers carry are not free. I got upload banned for a week because of that little stunt you guys put me up to, but somehow we hit 1.2 million followers. I don't even know how. Someone needs to take my fucking internet access away at this point before I get arrested. Anyways, I'm about to commit stolen valor on a McDonald's employee because I was walking home from school and I found this McDonald's uniform on the curb. Apparently, some fucking McDonald's Jedi Knight got hit by a drive-by or something. I don't know why else this would be out here, but it's mine now. If at any point I decide to, I have the power to become a McDonald's employee. This is a privilege no one wants, but a power I possess. When we get to 2 million followers, I'll do the McDonald's challenge, where I walk into McDonald's wearing an employee shirt and just pretend I already got hired and act like I work there and see how long it takes them to figure out I don't. Oh, but what's the challenge? I can't quit. The ultimate loss is a lifetime working at McDonald's, and there's nothing I can do about it. This is one of those games that you can't really win, but you sure as shit can lose. Anyways, 2 million followers is unreasonable enough. It's not like that's ever gonna actually happen anyway. There's a warrant out for my arrest in the state of Pennsylvania because I didn't pay some fines and pled innocent to a case that I'm clearly guilty of. This is a common case of police targeting innocent old me when there's these vicious pedestrians clogging up my crosswalks. But do they see justice? No. They see the hood of my car as I negate all traffic regulations and plow right through them. I didn't actually commit vehicular manslaughter. I just got a speeding ticket and thought it'd be really funny if I just pled innocent and then didn't pay the fine, and then I did that and now there's bounty hunters after me. Also, I have this goldfish that I originally got to wait for it to die, then put it in a bag of goldfish crackers and feed it to a child. But it's been like 6 months and he's still alive. Nobody in the comments expected this. But did you know that goldfish grow exponentially due to whatever size tank they're in? He's not even ready for what I'm about to do. I'm gonna turn this thing into a giant cannibal goldfish that worships John Lennon and then just fucking like let him loose during a baptism or something. And for my final side quest, I've accidentally become incredibly famous online, and so if I don't upload for the next 2 days, it's because I'm working on a new video where I bring a sword into a Dunkin' Donuts. Solved that little wanted in Pennsylvania crisis by not going to Pennsylvania. Anyways, about 2 days ago, I learned that goldfish can grow exponentially due to whatever size tank they're in. And I have this goldfish that I've been indoctrinating for about like 6 months now, and so I accidentally bought a 40-gallon fish tank. But I don't have any concept of water, and I quickly realized this shelf's not holding 40 gallons of water, and so I went to Home Depot and bought some 2x4s. I then just kind of braced the shelf and started filling it with water, and it was about the time I got to my first bucket that I realized a gallon of water weighs 37 Pop-Tarts, meaning these 2x4 columns that I haphazardly screw together are gonna have to support the equal force of 2 KitchenAid stoves. Around 30% of the way there, the wood started cracking, which is not what you want to hear when the only thing supporting the pressure of about 11 cable boxes of water is some clearance 2x4s. Weaker men may take this as a sign to use basic logic and reasoning to back down, but not I, for I have no idea how to drain this. Also, I was really banking on this not breaking, as I am in high school, live in my parents' house, and have not yet told them what I'm doing. And then came the road stretch. I managed to fill it up 90% of the way and was debating stopping, but that's not what heroes do. So I added like 3 more buckets until one of the planks straight up snapped, and so like a hero, I decided to stop. I don't know how to end this video. Someone give me a side quest. I'm bored. After a video saying I would mail the top comment to the White House, my account was under investigation by Homeland Security. I couldn't upload for 2 weeks. I missed Christmas, and I was also in Florida because I wanted to contract diseases, and I planned on fighting an alligator with forks I'm borrowing from fancy restaurants. But it turns out Florida is like a fucking third world country like Pakistan or Columbus, Ohio, and so it wouldn't let me upload videos. TikTok is livid, but I have more videos to post, more shenanigans to pull, Minecraft with a sex offender part 2. But until then, last year I gave my little cousin Jewish Mario Saves Christmas for the Nintendo Switch as a present, and this year when he gave me my present, he was laughing a little too hard and told me to open it at home, so I'm like 90% sure it's just a bomb. Normally I would say 20,000 likes, let's send it to the White House, but I'm not trying to get investigated by Homeland Security a second time, and so maybe I'll just use it to hold up a Denny's or something. I swear to God I'll unwrap the present if you don't start cooking me pancakes. Anyways, TikTok is very mad at me at the moment, and I'm not allowed to tell you guys to intentionally boost the algorithm so my videos get pushed out more, because that is against the guidelines and I would never do that. Alright, tell me why I had a dream last night where I was a single mother and my fish was my landlord, and this motherfucker evicted me. I woke up in a cold sweat and he's just dead staring at me from across the room. Sir, you are the length of 2 McDonald's barbecue sauces. Don't you ever evict me or my imaginary Mexican child Esmeralda ever again. Anyways, I found out that Mark Rober, the guy who makes the glitter bomb packages for package thieves, ended his series doing that. And I want to take up the mantle, but just make it so much worse. Somebody steals my package and it's just a box full of fucking wasps. I want someone to break into my car, steal my backpack, and then it's just filled to the brim with like dead animals. It's just full of roadkill. It just starts leaking super glue and super glues the fucking backpack to their car. They can't even get rid of it. I'm not even gonna put in cameras. I'm just gonna put in like a beeping device and an ominous note. Imagine if this fucking happens. You'd be terrified. You'd be fucking terrified. You'd never steal another package again. They go to take a package off my porch. I open the door. There's a fucking pitching machine. I just clobber them with 90-mile-per-hour fastballs until they're incapacitated. Alright, I got this dancing Mexican cactus as a very late Christmas present, and honestly, I had no fucking idea what to do with it until I got an idea that was even better than my patent-pending kitten grater. It's like a cheese grater, but for kittens. Like many children do with small animals, I decided to cut it open and see what's inside. Turns out it's got this little animatronic skeleton powered by a servo and a small circuit. It's a $10 decoration. It's pretty on par with like an Amish military. It's not gonna be very complicated. Holy hell, Ezekiel, ready the wagons, Russia's invading! Anyways, after fucking with this thing for like 30 minutes, I figured out how to swap the default Feliz Navidad with whatever audio clip I want from my computer. I also figured out how to give it a knife, but that's a video for a different day. I have no fucking clue what to make this thing sing, so for now I just left it as Feliz Navidad with one subtle change. Some of you guys might not pick up on that your first watch because I'm actually fluent in the language of formlessness, but until then, I used the money from this video to buy a Bluetooth emitter from Amazon. My end goal is to find something to make this thing sing and then connect it to all the Bluetooth streetlights to just fucking annoy the shit out of everyone in my neighborhood. Right, over the last couple months, I've started a collection of stolen children's toys. And earlier today, I was walking through Target when I found this toy dinosaur, and about 5 minutes later, I heard this little boy crying, and so I was like, this is probably his toy dinosaur that he lost. But I didn't want to like awkwardly ask his mom if he lost a toy dinosaur, because what if he didn't, and this is just unrelated? Then I would look like a freak watching her children, and so I didn't want to do that. And so instead of just asking, my next best idea was to walk by the kid, hold up the dinosaur, and just taunt him with it. The thinking behind it was that if this is his, he's gonna say something. I'm gonna be entirely honest, this is not my best idea here. But I still did it anyway. I walked by him and I was like, womp womp, and he started fucking screaming. And I realized in the moment this might not have been the best plan. His mom just turned and stared at me and was like, did you steal my fucking child's toy dinosaur? I was like, no. I ended up giving him back the dinosaur because I didn't know what else to fucking do in that situation. Which kind of sucks because it means there's one less toy in my collection. Also, that Target now forever has a security camera recording of me walking by this kid and going womp womp with his favorite toy. Alright, it's day 3 of the Goldfish Battle Royale, where I pit 4 baby goldfish against my year-old cannibal Goliath to see who's the rightful Cracker mascot. And as of last night, we've seen an unprecedented wave of support for Fish number 2, possibly preventing him from becoming the Fish Joker and stopping Fish 911. But as we all know, Fish number 1 is still the powerhouse of this tank, using the classic box maneuver on Fish number 2. His odds aren't looking good these next few days. It's anybody's game with 4 of the 5 contenders still alive, but rumors are spreading that itty-bitty baby fish is gonna pull a Jesus, come back to life and then sweep the competition. In all my years of announcing goldfish fights, I've never seen anything like it, though he's gonna have to swim his way out of the loser's bracket. Also, I can't not feed the goldfish unless I want a 6 contender, so I'm giving him rations. If this video gets 4 or 5 likes, I'm gonna turn up the filter so it starts sucking up the little ones. I'm gonna sprinkle some steroids into the water to spice up the competition, but I don't think it'll even need it. With the way things are going, somebody's probably gonna wind up done tomorrow. There's gonna be only 3 contenders left, but I guess we'll have to wait to find out what happens next in the Goldfish Battle Royale. Something I learned today is that there are certain phones that you aren't allowed to bring on planes because they fucking explode when they get overloaded. Now there's a chance they took this safety precaution before anything happened, but there's also a chance that somebody was just like texting their friend and they were just like, oh, you're on a flight, and then texted them a zip bomb. Hey, look at this picture of my children. They open it up and blow up the fucking plane. Alright, so I had this English presentation that I was supposed to do over the summer, and I did not even start it. Basically, it's a get-to-know-you presentation. The slides are just 3 people you look up to, who you want to mentor you, and 5 bucket list items. But making this presentation would take like 20 minutes of work. I'm not doing that, and so instead I called my friend and just asked if she could make the whole thing for me, and then I'll present it like an impractical Joker's punishment. Anyways, that was a week ago, and I forgot about it until today when we had to present. And to make it even worse, the person right before me went up and talked about how their dad died died and how he was their idol. And then I go up to present my presentation, and you know, it starts out not that bad. This isn't too bad. And then I get to this slide. That is not fucking Jimmy Fallon. The teacher was just glaring at me the entire time. I ended up getting a 44%. And honestly, I'm not even mad. I didn't know you could fucking throw shots at Martin Luther King in an English presentation and not get a 0. Anyways, the moral of this story is that I have not learned my lesson, and that the next time I have to do a presentation, I'm just gonna pick a random commenter and have them make it for me. So it'll be infinitely worse. Also, that video of me playing Minecraft with a sex offender should be up Friday. Alright, so my younger cousin gave me a Christmas present and told me to open it at home. I'm 90% sure this is payback for when I got him Jewish Mario Saves Christmas, so we're gonna unbox this together. Welcome to my unboxing video. I have scissors in case it bites. What the fuck? Is this in fucking Hebrew? Alright, I got an email from YouTube's. You have a TikTok planned for this Friday, right? Right? They're on to me. They know I have absolutely fucking nothing planned, but I'm contractually obligated to make a video or I'll get sued, so let's improvise. I remembered that I still have Photoshop installed on my computer from when I took a graphics design class, so I whipped up this poster for the YouTubers. The next step was to go to Walgreens and have the poster printed. Luckily, I haven't slept in 37 hours, so it's time to operate a goddamn motor vehicle. Stay safe on the road, kids. I'm out there. Anyways, I got the poster printed at Walgreens. I was just waiting in my car for like 3 hours watching the homeless people fight each other, but I finally got the poster printed, and so it was time for step 2, drive to Denny's, because I made the poster look like it was a Denny's poster. And then I just hung it in the window to target everybody that goes into Denny's, because it's pancakes. That looks like it fits in. Come on, who's gonna notice that's out of the ordinary? It's perfect advertising, and I'm gonna check back on it tomorrow to see if it's still there. Also, the YouTube's campaign, the thing I'm supposed to be advertising so I don't get sued, it's available until July 7th. If you want to buy it, you can, but I also made a deal that if we sold 2,000, I would make an OnlyFans, and we are getting closer to that every day. Anyways, I can't tell you to like the video so it gets pushed out more because that's against TikTok guidelines, but I can tell you if you like the video and you don't want to see me get sued, you should like the video so it gets pushed out more and TikTok isn't mad at me. Or YouTube's isn't mad. What the fuck ever. Alright, so like 3 days ago, I made a video saying if we got 60,000 likes, I would stalk a random person, figure out what road they drive to work, then buy a billboard on that road to tell them their wife is cheating on them and freak them out. Anyway, I said 60,000 likes because I thought that was that's pretty unreasonable. No, that video got 80,000 likes. For some reason, my mind didn't register actually doing this as a possibility, but get ready, Jeffries, you're about to get the scare of your life. I'm just kidding, I don't have a person yet. I'll probably just do someone that I work with, unless you guys have any better ideas. If you guys have anyone that you want me to scare, leave them in the comments. Anyone have an estranged uncle they want to scare? I could put up a billboard of like a young Latina with 2 newborn babies and it just says, Gregory, these are your children. I'm gonna derail this train of thought before the video gets unhinged. Anyway, in order to promote my YouTubes, I went into Photoshop and made a fake Denny's poster, then hung it in the window of an actual Denny's, and it's 3 days later and it's still there. Some people say they saw it. A bunch of people on Twitter also made bootleg posters and are hanging them up at their local Denny's. Originally, the plan was to buy a billboard, but the YouTubes is gone in 3 days, so we're just gonna resort to taking Denny's hostage. Alright, so I got another email from YouTube's today, basically telling me we're selling too many of these. They did not expect it. I was supposed to post a TikTok on Friday, but apparently they are blowing through inventory, and they want me to post one now before it sells. Only problem is, they gave me no notice. I don't have a video ready for today. That's a lie. They gave me tons of notice. They emailed me yesterday, but then I read it and chose to completely forget about it until 10 minutes ago, so here we are. We're all just gonna pretend this is an ad for the YouTubes while I hit this toaster with my sword. Fuck, that's definitely broken. Anyways, if you do want to buy it, it's available until July 7th, hopefully, and then it's never being sold again, and I can't imagine there's any way I ever get a second one, because I lied to them and have been making jokes throughout this whole campaign. I took a Denny's hostage. You can't fucking take a Denny's hostage and then get a second YouTube's. I also accidentally started a cult and had people printing out their own posters and putting them up at VidCon in front of actual famous YouTubers, and I shot this picture of John Lennon. I just want to throw that in there. Anyways, this is the home stretch of the one and probably only Pancake U2s. This is it. If you want to buy him, this is your only chance, and then he's gone forever.
You know how we all live in No-No Square, where other people do not touch.
This is a message to all of the people that catch me leaving comments on thirst trap videos. I don't have a girlfriend anymore, we broke up. And also last weekend, I saved 100 orphans from a burning fire. I'm about to board flight A3 out of the Philadelphia airport. As soon as I get on board, I'm gonna shit my pants and nobody's making it home tonight. You're gonna see this flight on the news later.
Say that loud.
It's been like a week. It's been like a week since I've made a video. The world is falling apart. There's fucking war in the Middle East. Water's not in Flint, Michigan. It's going upside down. The reason for my absence wasn't even laziness this time. I got a new phone. Apparently it has this cool feature where the microphone sounds like I'm talking in a tin cup with a string attached to it. Shout out Google Pixel 8 Pro. My original phone was a Google Pixel 7, but then I traded that in for an iPhone 15, loaded the iPhone up, and my default keyboard is a picture of fucking Mark Wahlberg. What the shit? I traded that bitch in the next day for the Google Pixel 8, and now the microphone sounds like I'm underwater. You might think this is a far worse trade-off, but it's not, because at least my keyboard's not a picture of somebody who's in fucking 4 movies about marathon explosions and whatever the shit this is. It has 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. I really just came to this video steaming. I'm just amped up after watching so many hate-core videos. Holy shit, I just discovered the microphone is at the top of the phone. I did not fucking know this.
I wonder what it sounds like if I just hold the phone upside down. Are we fucking with this microphone?
No fucking way.
Adam, pleasure to be meeting you. Quite a pleasure.
I had a mental health presentation to do, and at the end of the presentation, we had to write a letter to a celebrity struggling with mental health disorders, and that's kind of a weird thing to do. So me and my friend wrote each other's letters, and this is what I wrote him. Dearest Whitney, it was to Whitney Houston, by the way. Whitney, I don't care what everyone else thinks about you. I find you absolutely delightful. Some people say you deserve your mental illness, but I don't think you do. I'm truly moved that much like Father Montgomery, you've touched my life. It was as if you ran your fingers along the inside thigh of my mind. He handed this in as if he wrote it and then got a better grade than me. My fork toaster has never been fuller. Did you guys know that if you go to a bank, you can take out any kind of currency you want? The hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life was with a straight face, watch this banker pour a mountain of dollar coins onto the counter and then count to 400. The bank people will be confused as hell and try to stop you, but they can't legally not give you the coins. If you really want to have an interesting day, ask for a recount. They will fucking kill you. The only thing left to do at this point is give the bag to your girlfriend because you owe her $400. No matter what anybody tells you, I'm a procrastinator at heart. If I have something to do, it's going to get done after like 12 solar cycles. I'm not doing this on time. And so instead of writing my essay for English class, I decided to read through the 31.4 million word Loud House fan fiction. For those of you that don't know, the longest piece of literature ever written is a self-insert Loud House fanfic. It's not the Bible, it's not a government document, it's a Loud House fan fiction that's written by James Dean, 5842. He wrote over 12,000 words a day for 6 years and then decided, one more year should cap off this masterpiece. They even rescued Santa. They sure did. Yeah, and that Santa Poromon outfit was so cute. It sure was. I can agree there. Even though Poromon is smaller than Santa. Chat, I found a typo. This fanfic sucks. I think the funniest thing I can even imagine is what if Shakespeare over here, who wrote all this, has just full on never even fucking seen The Loud House. He did all this, he's just never even seen the show. He wakes up from a 7-year blackout, the doctor's trying to explain it to him. Doesn't even make sense. How could a house be loud? I wonder what he's doing now that he's finished it. He's just like a fucking plumber now or something. Also, for anyone that's curious about my English essay, I've decided I'm just gonna send my teacher a zip bomb and deal with the consequences. How sometimes in video games, a random NPC will walk up to you and drag you along on an outlandish side quest, and then you get a reward for completing your hero's journey. Well, last night I acquired the full Sonic menu, and now I have absolutely no idea what to do with it. My top ideas are either hang it on my wall, make skateboards out of it, or glue it over the McDonald's drive-thru menu just to confuse people. I've also been sporadically acquiring customer service uniforms like their Infinity Stones. I obviously have the bright pink Sonic uniform because a mission of this caliber required stealth and undercoverness, and nothing says that like a bright pink Sonic uniform. I've never once worked at Sonic a day in my life. I also got this cool pin that says Grape the Elf. There's also this McDonald's uniform that I just kind of found on the curb one day so that I can answer the age-old question of man, how long can someone pretend to be a McDonald's employee before they find out? Combine that with my Denny's work shirt, and I'm about 3 more uniforms away from being the Thanos of minimum wage workers. You fool. You thought you could take me down? I will reduce your paycheck by 50%. Eat the poor. Also, for anyone that's going to call me a kleptomaniac in the comments, I already see the comments coming. Please get back behind my traffic cones that I'm currently borrowing. I made this video where I told the story of owing my girlfriend $400, so I paid her in dollar coins. Lo and behold, 1 week later, I see this video on my For You page.
So I lent my friend $400. You know what? No big deal. They finally paid me back in dollar coins.
Who here knows the friend is Mr. Pancake? 1.6 thousand likes. The friend. The friend. We've been dating for months. What are you talking about?
But they said next time it was going to be in wet 5s. Do I stop giving them money?
That's actually not allowed. That's not an option. And for anyone that's confused what wet fives are, they're $5 bills that are wet. But you didn't even earn them after this insubordination. You're getting wet twos next time, Vita. Anyone else have a really specifically terrible fast food place near you? Because for me, that's Domino's. I hate Domino's with every blood vessel in my body. It doesn't help that I'm the reason there's a character limit on their website when you enter your name for pickup. But every time I show up, it's not picking up fast food. It's dinner and a show. It's a spectacle. At no other Domino's in America will a middle-aged Arab guy frisbee a pizza box at me from across the store for no reason. It's not even entirely their fault. They just escalate it and then it gets out of hand. Like a couple months ago, I made my name Johnny Credit and got in an argument with the manager where he demanded ID, and I was just standing there like, dude, I'm not even wearing shoes right now. There was one time their website said they closed at midnight, but they closed an hour early, and I didn't know this, so when I put my order in and went to pick it up, it was sitting on the counter, but the door was locked. I see the same Arab guy from earlier standing inside, so I knock on the window, get his attention, show him I have cash to pay for the food, and he just looks at me and does a little dance, and then starts eating the pizza. Motherfucker robbed me. I hate Domino's. I'm a Domino's hater until they sponsor me. One of my favorite things about having a TikTok is the random sponsorship emails I get from Chinese scam companies. And I always reply because nothing is more fun than arguing with someone who barely speaks English for absolutely no reason. On the rare occasion that it's not a pyramid scheme, it's just the most inconceivable company you've never heard of. One time I got an email from a company that was claiming to allow you to rent e-girls and femboys. Amongst the Chinese characters that I couldn't read, they offered me a free trial with one of the femboys. And this is where most TikTokers would stop and ignore this, but would you be surprised to know that I have Epal Liu friended on Discord? I never got that femboy rental, by the way. He stopped responding after I asked, where are you getting the e-girls? There's also those off-brand mobile games that hit me up through email, like Chinese Mario builds a cart, and those are always fun to mess with too. I love telling them I charge $5,000 per ad and then trying to gaslight them into believing the exchange rate between currencies is much lower than it really is. Anyways, if you guys ever manage to see me do a promotion for some company whose name you can't pronounce, it's because I tricked some foreign intern and I'm doing my little victory lap to get my bag. It actually worked. I did a sponsorship for this mobile game like 3 days ago and they actually paid me. I just made fun of them the whole video, but it actually worked. Rank number 1, baby. We win these. Technically it didn't pay yet. It's still gotta wait a couple of days, but still, when it does, it's all going on black. 8 grand on black. Why win big when we could win bigger? I'm only 32 blackjack hands away from becoming a millionaire. Shout out to all the people who don't know or care who I am, but are helping feed my gambling addiction. You gave the wrong random idiot gambling money. When I hit it big, I'm gonna start pulling all the rich people classics by buying countless useless items and then pulling the old waiter, there's a tungsten cube in my soup. My city is also turning on the parking meters soon, so maybe instead of paying those meters, I'll use this money to make my car look like a city official car so that I don't have to pay parking tickets. Is any cop really gonna be ballsy enough to put a parking ticket on a car that says property of the mayor? I don't think so, but we're gonna find out together. Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. It's not technically a crime, but it's more of a gray area. Come on. The city turned on the parking meters May 1st, and I'm not a fan of having to run my pockets just to park my car in front of my house. My original plan to avoid paying the meters was to pay in fake quarters until I realized, hey, wait a minute, 100 bag of fake quarters costs $40. That's more than real quarters. Imagine being the guy selling real quarters as fake quarters and still making a profit. I will not fall victim to big fake quarter scams. If I really want to not pay these parking meters, I knew I had to come up with a different idea. And that's when I noticed that cars with the emblem of the city were parked in front of red meters for days and they wouldn't get ticketed. I need to exploit this. My plan is to get an image of the emblem, print it out as a magnet, and then stick it to the side of my car so I can park wherever I want. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. Apparently all cars have angled doors, so any pictures I take end up looking like this. I can't use that unless the cop looks like this, but that's not a very reliable bet, and so I've decided I'm going to use my stolen Adobe account to try to make the symbol and then get a magnet printing company to print it out for me, and then I'll make an update video soon. Probably not before I sell out though. TikTok is luring me in with unbelievable amounts of prize money that I want to steal. Got rejected from the ad campaign. Uno marketing team, please. I just want to steal a small majority of this prize money. I'll leave the other TikTokers like a few $100s. I just want to sell out and then go gamble. That's my one goal in life. I have small dreams. The worst part about being a raging sellout and doing unreliable TikTok ad campaigns is when you submit a Mother's Day ad featuring a small orphan boy in a graveyard, they just decide not to pay you. I thought we could use some fresh perspective, but I see now my creativity has been squandered. This has to turn into a hate video now. now. I'm not affiliated with Uno Mobile. I hate that app. Stupid game. Not even 200 million downloads. Oh my god, garbage. Also, I went to cash out the $8,000 from that other ad campaign we did because I'm gonna go drive to a casino where you have to be 18 to gamble and then put it all on black. But when I went to cash out, I almost accidentally cashed it into the bank account of the guy who previously owned this account. The guy I stole this account from almost just got all of our gambling funds. That can't happen. This money's going to a good cause and then a good cause again because you can't end on a win. Get ready for that vlog in a couple days. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know how many of you guys have ever gotten mail from your school, but if you haven't, it's quite a thrilling experience. About 3 months ago, my school tried to email my parents and tell on me that I owed $10.25 to the district. But they ended up accidentally emailing me, and so I just started cyberbullying them. I was gonna just ignore them, but this is prime opportunity to waste both time and resources. Thank you for notifying me of my delinquency. My accountant is requesting a detailed receipt of what caused this debt. Thank you in advance, Mr. Pancake Esquire. This goes on for 7 more emails until they eventually tell me I have to check with my freshman year English teacher. Guess what? She's being incarcerated for misconduct with a minor. I was considering trying to track my teacher down with a certain government database, but decided against it. And that's when they started barraging me with letters and even more emails. And this is when I realized being annoying wasn't gonna get me out of this fine. I had to start taking things even less seriously. I will give into this shakedown and deliver the ransom ASAP. This is a real email I sent to my school. I spent $14.99 buying these comical $ money bags because the only thing better than not paying this fine is paying this fine in all pennies and recording my principal's reaction. I got an email back from Paramount Pictures after I applied to run the SpongeBob TikTok account, and they sent me a list of incredible career opportunities that better align with my skills. This says janitorial intern. What the fuck? This is the most toxic thing I've ever seen in my life, and I just want to meet the guy responsible and shake his hand. I have nothing against janitorial interns, by the way. All 4 of you guys, you're the backbone of our country. Anyways, while I was writing my resume for Paramount Pictures, I also found this old Google Doc of some of my unused TikTok ideas from 2022, and I'm pretty sure I was smoking crack. Amputate arm to scare children. Sounds like a lot of commitment to the bit. Pitch TV show, parentheses, The Midget Whisperer. This one just says electric fence and then bag of ducks directly under it. I have no idea what lemur fever is, but if it's anything like Single Mother Wheel of Fortune, there's probably a reason it never got posted. I also got really sidetracked while recording this video and found there's a lot of pictures of lemurs just posed up. Like, I feel like I could beat a lemur in a fight, but probably not this one. He's ready to die for Valhalla. Guy from Home Alone who says down the hall and to the left got charged with 34 felonies. Anyways, I'm on a quest to not pay the parking meters, and I found out about a week ago that cars with a city seal on them didn't have to pay red meters and they wouldn't get a ticket. Some of you guys said to check the city website, but they don't exactly sell impersonate a city official's car stickers on the website, because I checked that. But I am still stealing Photoshop for my school, and I have it for another couple weeks before I inevitably graduate and they go to shut down my email address, only to find out I've charged them over $500 by just linking my school's email address to the Adobe account. Yes, I'm the same person who sent 17 emails back and forth with them and impersonated a whole legal counsel over a $10 fine. What did you expect? Anyways, then I just made the state seal in Photoshop, sent that to a company that makes custom sized magnets, measured the size of the magnets on the cars, ordered them, and they're fucking here. However, there is a small hiccup in my plan. The city cars come in the variety of white pickup, white sedan, white SUV. My car might stand out a little bit. Now, instead of getting a ticket for unpaid parking, I'll get a ticket for not having a registration for my vehicle. There's no way this is street legal. I haven't made a video in a week because I was mourning the loss of my baby goldfish, who unfortunately passed away in a police shootout. I wasn't actually there when it happened, but he did log out of the fish tank, and so to mourn him, I decided to get new fish food for the fishes to spice things up. The only problem with this is that all of my knowledge of animals comes from that one episode of Family Guy where Stewie and Brian give the bees steroids, and so I bought fish food with steroids in it. I call this bad boy the ecosystem destroyer. He is as big as my fucking hand. Apparently goldfish can grow to infinite size depending on what body of water they're in, so I have 3 goldfish in a 60-gallon tank that I'm feeding steroids to. These are just 14-cent feeder goldfish from PetSmart. There's no end game here. Maybe I could try returning them, but I think my warranty's expired. Also, for anyone that's curious what happened to my car that's currently impersonating a city vehicle, it's still there. Nobody noticed. The meter maids have been fooled. Luckily for me, it blends in seamlessly with all the other city vehicles, and so I'm not really worried about it getting towed, more just somebody walking by, picking it up, and then walking away with it. But I'm sure it's fine. My plans can't possibly go wrong if there is no plan, and I'm just making it up as I go. One of the most recognizable traditions of graduation is throwing your cap in the air after the ceremony's finished. So I wrote, whoever picks up this cap is gay on the inside of mine, and I gave everyone a little warning. Because the thing is, everyone has to pick up a cap for us to get our diplomas. It doesn't have to be our cap, but they just want us to clean up the caps. They also said we're allowed to decorate the tops of the caps, and I have no idea what to put on mine. My current idea is to put a mirror on it and then trying to blind the spectators, but I feel like they'll make me stop that before I even get started. I also saw my dad holding an air horn and asking about graduation tickets, and I felt inclined to ask him some follow-up questions, but when I did, he said he wasn't even planning on blowing the air horn at me. He just wanted to watch the people who get no applause and then blare the air horn like they just failed American Idol. He also tried to order a megaphone, but Amazon delayed the shipping, so they got saved from that one. There's also a really strong urge, I'm not gonna do it, but to frisbee throw my cap at the superintendent or the principal with the power behind it like I'm about to start World War I. See, I'm not going to do it, but it would work really well. For some reason, I think they also put wood inside these instead of cardboard because it's actually really easy to aim. Okay, I might do it. I graduated high school the other day, and when the principal calls people up to pick up their diplomas, you have to shake the hands of a bunch of administrators, including the superintendent. I don't know why I did this, but while I was shaking his hand, I leaned in and whispered, "I didn't wash my hands," and then patted him on the shoulder and walked away, before he could even register what I just said. My dad also brought an air horn and was buzzing the people that didn't get much applause like it was a game show, but then there was like 4 people that didn't get any applause at all, and when I asked him why didn't he blare the air horn, he said it's because he wanted them to feel the silence. Overall, I rate the high school graduation experience about a 3 out of 10 because they didn't let me put a mirror on my graduation cap to try to blind people, but I was also the only guy wearing purple in a sea of whiteness because I never actually read the dress code. You would think that it would also be really easy for them to hand out diplomas because they don't actually do it when you pick them up from the principal. They hand you like a fake diploma and then you get the real one later. But when they gave me mine, I was in such a hurry to leave, I didn't read it. It's only now, 3 days later, that I actually read it. Who the fuck is Daniel? I wouldn't have noticed this for another 3 months if I hadn't just got the diploma out of my car for this video. But Daniel, I have your diploma and I think I'm gonna keep it. Ever just not think about a plan, even a little bit, but then you're still surprised when it backfires? Because about a week ago, I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and when that happens, they send you a play button. But here's the thing, I always send packages to my job's address so they don't get lost or stolen. Tell me why, when the UPS man came to drop off this package, he completely ignores the delivery site and just starts walking throughout the entire restaurant asking all the staff, are you the idiot who sent the YouTube plaque here? Are you the idiot who sent the YouTube plaque here? He's asking the customers and shit before someone finally thinks to read the name on it. I've never even told a single person at my job that I make videos. This man has doomed me. This is the least discreet packaging on the planet. There is nothing else this could possibly be. Anyways, these play buttons are made by Academy Awards, the same people who make the Oscars and the Golden Globes and other famous trophies, and they sent me the email address for one of their representatives so I could order extra play buttons if I want, but instead, I think I'm gonna just make a fake email address and see what awards I can win, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Also, I'm starting to understand the UPS man. I would have done the exact same thing if I was him, not gonna lie. I'm going to my friend's graduation party, but I wasn't sure if I should get him a graduation card or if that would just be awkward because we both graduated, and so instead, I decided to get him the next best thing. A $15 taser I ordered off Amazon. You can just fucking buy these. I originally wanted to buy one of the shooting tasers, but you can't exactly just buy that with the change in your wallet, so I had to get one of these instead. But it's almost even better because it just casually plugs into the wall as if this is something you would just charge out of an outlet. I'm pretty sure if I hold the tase button while it's plugged into the outlet, I'll take down the power grid of the tri-state area. Part of me is really tempted to just drive to a shitty McDonald's and see how long I can leave this plugged into a common outlet before an employee's just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I feel like I'll probably just get the police called on me though, so maybe I'll have to try it in a library or something instead. And before I get any comments, people saying, oh my god, this is a terrible graduation gift. I also have my little cousin's 13th birthday this Saturday, and I have no idea what to get him. I don't know what the kids these days are into. I'm thinking bear mace. I know you can't bring a taser into the bathtub, but what if I just get out of the shower and then I tase myself? I feel kind of obligated to tase myself. The peer pressure I'm feeling is immensely intense. Ah, fuck. I was wondering how deep of a hole you could dig on a beach before the lifeguards kick you out, and so me and 2 other people with active duty military grade shovels drove to the beach to find out. As soon as we formed a perimeter around the hole, all surrounding families started to flee. And after an hour of digging, we got about this deep. 30 minutes later, we struck water and were stepping in puddles. One of those families that ran away ended up leaving so fast they left their chairs on the beach, and so we were considering putting all of their chairs in the bottom of the hole and then just walking away like they accidentally left it like that. But we decided against it. We eventually ended up getting about 7 feet deep, and we're were struggling to get out of the hole before a platoon of beach patrol trucks pulls up right behind us and started making us nervous. Turns out today's actually the lifeguard exam day, and so there were literally hundreds of lifeguards 20 feet away from this massive hole. And they even had a radio station tent, so I tried to get on the air, but apparently self-proclaimed famous Minecraft TikToker doesn't quite meet their criteria. I had a chance to advertise my YouTubes to millions of uninterested people, but I blew it. Instead, I started looking for a rash way to get on the local news and figured I might as well win the lottery. But I just ended up feeding my crippling addiction and going $14 more in debt.
A brazen intruder has forced his way into a pet store, smashing windows and releasing animals from their cages. Less than a mile away from the pet store, cops say they located the suspect sleeping on a bench. His name is Matthew Pancake.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest.
Don't move!
Get on your belly! Whoa! Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake! Where are the gerbils?
Where are the gerbils? Gerbils? You heard that right.
Multiple gerbils in his pants.
I was not the gerbil bandit who stole multiple gerbils from a PetSmart and hid them in my leotard. That's a different Mr. Pancake. You gotta believe me, I didn't do it. I'm being actually framed. If you search up Mr. Pancake, I don't even pop up anymore. It's just the gerbils. But anyways, I'm taking this leisurely jog to let you guys know if you want to buy the Mr. Pancake U2s, you can still do it. It's still available, but it's gone in less than 24 hours. So if you want to grab one before they're gone forever, now's the time. This money might be going to my bail. I'm not sure yet. Got bored, and so I decided to find out how long you can explore a condo complex without getting kicked out by an old person. As soon as we entered, it was about to thunderstorm, and so we had to take shelter in the safest place we knew, the pool. But for some reason, nobody else was out there, and so we decided to play pool lacrosse and find out what maintenance rooms were left unlocked. It was all of them. After a little while, a guy came out and yelled at us saying that we were not allowed to be in the water at this time, and so we decided to abide by these rules with the utmost precision. Technically, there's no rule that says you can't put paddleboards in the pool, but we didn't take him that seriously because he was just some random guy yelling at us from a window. Until 10 minutes later when the special needs teacher for my high school comes out, because apparently he's the pool manager for the condo association. I feel like that's a weird overlay of jobs to even have, but he just started interrogating us on how we got into the pool. I told him that we just been here, and he argued that he locked the pool an hour ago, at which point I showed him a time-stamped screenshot from 2 hours ago of us in the pool. He then pivoted to accusing us of trespassing on condo property, but I was actually friends with one of the building owners who gave us permission to use the pool. After hearing that, he started trying to gaslight me into believing that person didn't exist and wasn't a part of the condo association. It wasn't until I told him my friend's full name that he realized his strategy wasn't gonna pan out, and what could have been a 2-second conversation has turned into a week-long ordeal where my special needs teacher from high school is trying to press charges on me for using a pool. I gotta make a part 2 though, because he tried calling my dad and then texting me begging for an apology. Alright, there's this Minecraft tournament called MCC, and they recently asked creators to submit applications. Now, I was never planning on applying, because there's no cash prize, but then I found a video from Alex Smith. He's just a random guy who applied to be in this professional creator Minecraft tournament, while having the Wondershare Filmora free trial watermark over his entire video. His microphone is muted the entire time, he types everything out in game chat, and then he just leaves for like 4 minutes to go help his mom with something mid-application video. I would love nothing more than to see this man somehow get into the tournament and then just win the whole thing. But the only problem was he was applying by himself and they were only accepting teams of 4. And so I brought in 2 creators, reached out to Alex in his comment section, and submitted our application 20 minutes before the deadline. Alex is getting in this tournament. Wishful thinking wasn't enough. Imagine the humbling experience of somebody like Dream losing the championship to Alex Smith, who refuses to buy the full version of Wondershare Filmora. This is the most amazing thing I've ever had the opportunity to take part in, but the application's not going to be enough. There's no way this gets accepted. We need Get Alex Smith in MCCR trending on Twitter. It's the only way to get him in. Currently standing in the middle of Colorado on the way to Tahoe, California. And I'm driving there all the way from New Jersey because about 2 weeks ago I saw a Facebook ad for a band called Black made up entirely of middle-aged fathers performing on the West Coast. Only problem is that concert's about 3,000 miles away, but it would be really funny to show up and pretend to be their biggest fan, and so I'm doing it. But I'm not going to California all by myself, and so I lied to my friend about where we were going and we headed off. Another problem that didn't dawn on me until about 2 days before leaving was that I needed a cover for the back of the truck, but no stores sell them and I'm not buying Amazon Prime, and so I went to Home Depot the night before leaving, and I built this in the parking lot. It's 1.5 inches of solid plywood bolted together and then held in place by 4 thin metal rods in the corners. It weighs 80 pounds, and I had to have a homeless guy help me put it on the back of the truck. As for an added bonus, the other guy I'm driving with has absolutely no fucking idea I built this, and every time he asks about it, I laugh at him maniacally. Anyways, if you see a blue pickup with a hazardous amount of plywood bolted to the back, please don't call the cops. I'm on a mission to hear the Black man, and I cannot be dissuaded. Alright, Cole, what do you think of the truck cover that I built? Not too shabby.
That's gonna kill him, man.
Currently driving my white trashmobile all the way across the country to pretend to be a super fan of this really small dad band that I found in California. And on the way, I stopped at this pizza place and accidentally got challenged by the owner to eat 3 slices of their thickest pizza all in one sitting for $7. I almost threw up, then tried to get my picture on the wall. I also found out that California has zero trust in me. Why are the nail clippers locked up? They cost $2.19. I spent 2 weeks driving all the way across the country. I took 47 pictures. 3 of them are of nail clippers. Why are they behind glass? It doesn't make any sense. I had to awkwardly call over an attendant. I'm never going back to California again. It was terrible. Anyways, the owners of the Airbnb I was staying in left their kid's YouTube account signed in, and so I started subscribing to really weird channels. I also wrote this spooky message on their mirror so the next people that stay there will think it's haunted by a sellout ghost. Then I drove to Lake Tahoe, which is a lake in the mountains, and started fishing for small children using money and empty promises. My greatest moment was making a 4-year-old cry when he realized the dollar bill would forever elude his grasp. But karma's a bitch, and I should have known better because I accidentally ended up in Chinatown for some reason, and I couldn't read their parking meters. Why is there no English translation? I ended up just not paying it and leaving a $10 bill in the windshield to bribe whatever traffic cop comes to give me a ticket. I don't know how to read Chinese. Anyways, I rate California a 4. I just got back from driving across the country, and while I was in San Francisco, I found this postcard in a Chinese gift shop and decided I was going to buy it and send it to the condo manager who tried calling the police on me and getting me arrested for swimming in a pool because I had to let him know that I still think about him and I have his address. He's not responded to my texts anymore, alright? I had to take more drastic measures. Anyways, while driving back, my friend was playing music on the car stereo and I found out I could override his Spotify jam without him knowing. I don't know if this is bullying or manipulation, but then I started adding really weird songs to the Spotify jam and then making fun of him for this being in his recommended. And I did this over the course of the entire trip. I also instantly played any songs that he mentioned in conversation, so by day 3 he thought the car was listening to him. And he only found out it was me when we were driving past an Amish town and I played Jew in a canoe. I also found out the Hollywood Wax Museum is extremely racist. There is this wax figure of one of those frozen statues and it's labeled Bruce Lee. This is not fucking Bruce Lee. California needs to get their act together immediately, but they did have this cool statue of Ryan Reynolds, so maybe I forgive them. Taco Bell came out with a new Baja Blast ice cream cup, and I wanted to find out if it gives you superpowers. But unfortunately, I lost my shirt, and they wouldn't let me in the store with that one, and so I had to go to Five Below to buy a new shirt. I wanted to get this one that said black and beautiful, but I'm pretty sure the Five Below employees are just making up random signs, because none of the shirt designs on the wall were actual shirts that you could buy. But I ended up finding this one of Rosa Parks with my favorite Rosa Parks quote on it, and so I got that instead. Immediately after I put on the shirt, it started ripping, and so I figured I might as well go all the way and tore the sleeves off, but I'm pretty sure by doing this, I accidentally committed a hate crime. And so I went to Chipotle to pregame the Taco Bell because that's the only place the workers can't spit in my food, and the guy that was making my burrito was just staring at me the entire time, as if I was strange. I also had another Chipotle employee staring at me from across the restaurant the entire time I was eating my food. I don't think the pink heart glasses helped my case very much, but miraculously, I ended up being able to go to Taco Bell without causing a fist fight in the Chipotle first. And I almost forgot what the whole point of this video was, but I got the Baja Blast ice cream, and they give you a little spoon the size of a purple fingernail, but it's pretty good, and I've yet to receive any superpowers. Found out that any food product intended for consumption legally has to have an expiration date clearly displayed on it. And then I noticed McDonald's barbecue sauce packets do not have an expiration date on them. So here's the plan. Leave one in my windowsill for 2 years, eat it, then become horribly sick and sue the McDonald's Corporation. My teachers always said I wouldn't be going to college, and it turns out they were right because I basically already won the lottery. It's only been 4 months, but the barbecue sauce packet's already been there long enough to kill a Victorian child. I'm not even joking either. I'm genuinely doing this. You can already see the color's been bleached out by the sun over the summer, and I can't wait to find out what happens during the winter. The only way this plan can possibly backfire is if I forget to buy health insurance the day before I eat it. I also googled how long it takes for McDonald's packets to expire, and it said that it's best indicated by the best by date on the packaging. I looked at the packaging. There is no best by date. There's just this number that said it was made in 2021. I bought this 2 days ago. Now I'm 90% sure that number is for the packet design itself and not the sauce inside, but you better believe I'm bringing this up in court because it's the only number on there. What if I was some sort of idiot and accidentally ate expired McDonald's barbecue sauce? That wouldn't be good for anybody. I want to make a lot of money without doing a lot of work, and so I'm going to sue a major company. And in my last video, I explained that my plan was to eat a McDonald's barbecue sauce that's been sitting in my windowsill for 4 months, since it has no expiration date or instructions on how to store it. But then earlier today, I was walking through Target to get a Lunchly, Mr. Beast, Beast Labs Beast toy, and a Feastables bar, and I found out that Target was still selling the old Feastables bars from like 2 years ago. This expired in August of 2024. I'm pretty sure they're not still allowed to sell this. But luckily, unlike the McDonald's barbecue sauce, Plus, I won't have to leave this in my windowsill for 4 months to get violently sick after eating it. I also found one of these D's Nuts Beast bars in the Target, and I was so shocked that they were still selling these that I went to PetSmart and got a couple of the fish just to show it to them. For just a moment, they escaped the wretched confines of their aquarium just to be shown Jimmy Beast's D's Nuts Beast bar. This has nothing to do with the lawsuit. This is just free will. No one can stop me from going into PetSmart, buying a couple fish, showing them things, and then returning them to the PetSmart. You can just do that. You can just do that whenever you want. The employees can't stop you. What are they going to say? You can't buy the fish? They can't do that. I don't think anyone should blow up the AT&T customer service headquarters, but if they did, it wouldn't be a national tragedy. The AT&T insurance policy is a scam. I broke my phone because I'm really aggressive when I answer phone calls, and it took 2 weeks to get a new one. I went to AT&T, and the employee told me that I have to fill out a website, and then I filled out the website, and it told me I had to go find an employee. I was so tempted to go back to the store with my negotiator, but there's no phones in prison, and so I went back with diplomacy instead. I showed an employee the website, and then he went on his computer. He told me I had a valid insurance policy, my phone was still under warranty, but I couldn't get a new one. Do you want to know how you know you're fucked? It's when the guy looking up your insurance policy starts laughing at you. I didn't even know AT&T members could say, well, it sucks to be you, but apparently they can. Anyways, he told me that I had to order a new phone, but if I did it through AT&T, I would get a $300 discount if I sent back my old phone, and so I did. I got a new phone, sent back my old one, and then they charged me a $400 processing fee for sending back my phone. I lost $100. The AT&T insurance policy is a scam run by crooks. Am I gonna find out where the CEO of AT&T lives and then shit in his mailbox every day? No, absolutely not. I love John Stanky, and I don't want to fly to Dallas, Texas, but I'm definitely switching to Verizon. I didn't know that you could get put on a suspension from going to Domino's Pizza, but apparently you can. About 2 weeks ago, Domino's launched a promotion where if you make an account in their rewards program, you get a free medium 2-topping pizza, and this is intended to get more people to start ordering Domino's and building points. And the only reason you couldn't just make a new account and get free pizza every day is because you have to link your profile to your email address. Except email addresses are free to create. You can make as many as you want. This Domino's promotion has the foresight of a plane without landing gear, and I'm pretty sure it was pitched by just like a really hungry homeless guy who snuck into a business meeting at Domino's corporate. They changed the promotion, by the way. Now you need to order a Domino's pizza before you get a free one. But before they changed it, I got 17 free pizzas. I created 17 email addresses to fleece this corporation. And it wasn't until 3 days ago when the franchise owner of the Domino's I go to recognized me and then figured out what I was doing. This is like the 3rd time I've been yelled at in this Domino's, and now I'm not allowed to go back until November 17th when their promotion ends, or else I'm permanently banned, and he's putting my face on their wall like I'm a white-collar fugitive. And now I'm debating whether it's worth making my little brother pick up all my pizzas so that I can instill fear and confusion into the community when they see my face marked as permanently banned on the Domino's wall. About 2 weeks ago, I found out that I can control what plays on the speakers at Planet Fitness, and so now I'm the reason that gym music is terrible. This all started out because Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and so more people are in the gym than ever before, but I want to find out a way to make them leave. And it turns out all you need to do is download this app, and then you can cue songs to the nearest Planet Fitness on their speakers. You don't even have to be there. You don't even need a membership. Anybody can do this. And the only flaw in my plan is that other people can downvote my songs when I add the entire Descendants soundtrack. But this is circumvented by having my friend upvote my songs, which also boosts our stats and gives me priority in the queue to remove other people's songs. My gym only has one other person that knows about the app, and he's trying to downvote me, but it doesn't even matter. I'm level 3. He's getting destroyed. And obviously this isn't gonna work at super popular gyms that are full of people. But my gym has like 2 bench presses, alright? If I have to stand and wait in a line, we're all waiting in this line listening to Ed Sheeran. Only the strong will survive. And while I've been becoming the tracklist tyrant, I've also been running little experiments like how many times can I play KSI's new song before the employees turn down the volume? And it turns out the answer is 1. This is the first fucking time they've ever turned it off. Apparently TikTok's getting banned on January 19th, which means there's only 1 more month to sell out to the absolute max. In the past, I've taken advantage of TikTok sponsorship deals to put thousands of dollars on black, but this time, I'm a reformed man, so I'm not taking it to the casino, I'm buying lottery tickets. This is how the poor get rich. But the only problem is TikTok sends sponsorship opportunities to creators dependent on how many views they get, and I haven't been uploading consistently, so for the next month, I'm uploading a new video every day to try to trick TikTok into sending me better sponsorship offers. Instead of earning up to $1,000, I'm gonna earn up to $1 million and then gamble it into $2 million. And honestly, TikTok has it coming because they've been bullying me. This video outperformed at least 70% of recent similar videos. Try the promote feature today. This video has 0 views. It was uploaded 42 seconds ago. Why are they actually trying to scam me? But it's not gonna work. I don't care. You can't out-scam a scammer. This is gonna be my 2nd biggest scandal to that time I downloaded a bunch of viruses onto the Walmart display Amazon Fire Sticks. I'm not allowed to go back, but good gamblers never lose. I'm not gonna need to go back to Walmart. I'm gonna be making Target money. Probably. Side hustle of making a feet finders account called Comatose and then going to a hospital and selling the feet pics of people in comas was deemed grossly unethical by a judge, and so now I'm back to making videos. Anyways, they say quitting nicotine is the biggest resistance of temptation a person could face, but I was standing 4 feet behind the lottery ticket restock guy while he had the machine open, and he almost smashed his head against my elbow and dropped all those lottery tickets in my pockets. But I was also hanging out with my African American friend, and we got pulled over by the police because they saw him walking on the sidewalk, and while he was pulled aside for questioning, another cop walked up to my side of the car and started interrogating me. Because at the time, the back seat of this car consisted of a 12-gallon bucket of Reese's, a pink hat, and The Art of War by Sun Tzu. We were absolutely up to a scheme, but I don't think they could possibly nail down what it was. And while I was being questioned, I was like 90% sure that he can't arrest me for just sitting in the passenger seat, so I started treating him like a captive audience.
Was that you? Just so we understand.
No, I was in the passenger seat. I was building Legos. That's my TIE Fighter.
You what?
My TIE Fighter. Hold on. Yeah. It's pretty sick.
Are you Star Wars guy?
I'm pretty proud of it, yeah. TikTok's getting banned, and it just now dawned on me that it's probably not a good time to be placing orders through the TikTok shop. I bought these Pokemon cards for $20, and now the shop that I bought them from doesn't exist anymore. I feel like the Pudgy kid from the Chocolate Touch after the store he bought his magical chocolate bar from disappeared as soon as he turned the corner. Except instead of a plot-thickening curse, I'm left with an overdraft bank account. I've also seen a lot of people making final confessionals because TikTok's getting banned. The Judy Hopps guy never actually saw Zootopia. The college skit TikToker isn't actually in college, and I just want to say I am jealous. I have nothing to confess. All my stories were real. There was no character being played. I just have the evil strain of ADHD. Anyways, I'm still going to post content, but I'm gatekeeping, so good luck. Also, if I have one final opinion to give on this app, it's that the line, "I'm weird because I hate goodbyes" in the song Fireflies by Owl City makes no sense. You wrote an entire love song equating love to 10 million fireflies. Hating goodbyes is not the reason that people think you're weird. The song also says that he gets 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs, which just makes me wonder, why are only a tenth of the fireflies affectionate towards him? It doesn't make any sense. They're not even real. And these 10,000 fireflies don't even make up the original 10 million. They're only 0.1%. Anyways, I just had to get that off my chest. It's been real. See you guys. Hope the British people enjoyed their 14 hours on the app, but we're actually back. For the last week, every creator has been selling out other platforms, making heartfelt goodbyes, or spilling massive secrets about their channel. This TikTok ban publicity stunt really showed everyone how every creator would say their goodbye, but my final video was about the song Fireflies by Owl City, and now I just have to awkwardly pretend that's not how I would end my channel. I did not participate in this TikTok ban even a little bit. I slept through it. I have FOMO. I didn't even see the notification. This TikTok ban was so inconsequential that it didn't even end the Chica Dance guy's streak. And yeah, I know I'm posting my video one day late. Wish your loved ones a happy Martin Luther King Day, unless you're in Alabama or Mississippi, in which case it's actually Robert E. Lee Day. But I thought TikTok was gonna get banned. I messaged all my mutuals on here and I was like, later guys, it's been an honor seeing your videos, and now I just have to awkwardly make conversation with them. It's terrible. Why does our government have to have the follow through of an emo 7th grader? This is so annoying. I'm really gonna do it this time, guys. Shut up. I had to talk to people and it was terrible and it's your fault. Anyways, if I post this picture on RedNote, are these people gonna have to go to a re-education camp, or am I gonna get drafted into the Chinese military? I don't really know how this works. Lost my entire life savings betting it all on the 3-legged dog Max to get 200 rushing yards in the Puppy Bowl, but if there's any way out of this financial ruin, the answer is gambling. My first solution was betting on horses, but apparently that's really hard without sabotaging the horses, and I ended up just getting a mound of lost tickets that I left on this hotel nightstand so that way they would understand why I stole the shampoo and conditioner. Anyways, my second idea came to me when I found out that you can just take out life insurance policies on anybody you want. They don't even have to be a little bit related to you, apparently, and I found this out because I know a guy who divorced his wife, and then when she became addicted to hardcore drugs, he just took out the maximum life insurance policy on her. That was 20 years ago. She's still alive and he's upset about it. But a life insurance policy is basically just gambling that somebody's not going to live very long, and since all you need is them to sign a piece of paper, my plan is to go to the old folks home and then get a bunch of old people to sign over life insurance policies to me. It's only about $136 a month for $1 million life insurance policy. There's no way ChatGPT didn't lie to me about how much life insurance costs, but either way, this is how you become a competitive gambler and generate the best passive income. There's this guy that makes wholesome nursery rhyme song videos, and his name is Dr. Waffle, which is like the exact antithesis of my name. In his most recent video, people are just instigating. Dr. Waffle, when are you gonna respond to Mr. Pancake's diss track? I have never spoken about this man a day in my life. This is just instigating for the love of the game. And he saw it too. He responded to the comment. The search on the video is Mr. Pancake Dr. Waffle. And our content could not be less related. You click the search and it just immediately cuts to a video of me talking about gambling on the Puppy Bowl. Yeah, I know, I'm a degenerate, but so is the person competitively spreading misinformation that left the original comment. I don't even know if they know who I am, because most of the people in the replies think it's just a made-up name. This isn't a game, it's my life. If I get dissed in a nursery rhyme, my ego is gonna be shattered. That's not something you come back from. Anyways, you guys should all go watch Dr. Waffle's videos, because he is a great creator, and I am not scared of that man at all. I am saying this out of friendship and not out of avoidance of writing a diss track. You're the worst breakfast food. I wouldn't even put you on my plate. My rhymes always get gay. You should check your prostate. You ever maxed out the lottery machine? Because I have. In case you haven't seen my last video, I made $110 off of a TikTok, and so I decided to invest all my money into gambling. And I bought 4 different ticket variations to test which one wins the most money. This is technically science because I'm writing it down. For some reason, while I stood here for 16 minutes printing out all my tickets, the cashier was looking at me as if I was strange. And they say money doesn't buy happiness. This is my desk before scratching 70 lottery tickets, and this is my desk after scratching 70 lottery tickets. Also, I can confirm snorting lottery ticket shavings will give you nosebleeds. But anyways, here are my findings. The Red Hot 7s won 2 out of 10 tickets and turned $20 into $7. Negative 65% return, definitely not ideal. Gold Cash wasn't much better. It won 1 out of 10 tickets and turned $20 into $2, and this was around where I started to realize this might not have been a very good idea. Until I got to Big Money Spectacular, which actually won 1 out of 20 and turned $40 into 2. What the fuck? I got extras of that one too because it had the highest prize to cost ratio, but actually it was just a scam. But thankfully though, there was my saving grace. The $1 tickets turned $30 into 12. So overall my $100 portfolio has been turned into $23, but sometimes you have to spend money to lose money. And so let me know, should I either do A, make smart investments with my $23 and cut my losses, or B, take it all to the casino, put it on 00 and pray? I saw this TikTok video from a woman where she was talking about buying a cursed stone that ruined her life, and I want to play with magic voodoo rocks, but I tried calling the crystal shops near me and none of them had it because apparently it's really rare. And so I went to the most reliable place that I know, Facebook Marketplace, and I found a witch in Camden, New Jersey that's selling it. I am an elder witch specializing in curse rituals and anathematized talismans. What does that even mean? I was almost worried that if I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace, it wouldn't be cursed enough, but now after talking to the witch, I feel like I might not wake up tomorrow. This person claims to delete their listings after 24 hours because they were only meant for those who were meant to see them, and after stalking their profile, they were not lying. As of right now, they only have one other listing available, and it's this. Who the fuck is buying your totem of misfortune for $12.72? Who curses themselves and also brings change? The answer is me. I scheduled to buy them both tomorrow. I feel like I kind of have to, and so I'll just vlog my experience of dealing with the spirit realm of northern New Jersey, and if either of the cursed items end up actually working, I'm just gonna mail them to the girl who made the original video and let her deal with them. I made a video targeting the Chipotle board of directors asking for one of those cards that gives you free Chipotle for life in exchange for basically anything. I'd smuggle North Koreans for free food. And that video got way more views than I thought it would. That's about $500 of free advertising. That's 38.46 burritos. Chipotle, if you're watching this video, think about how much publicity you could get for sending me on some random quest for free food. YouTube video sponsorships are also worth around $4,000, which is 307.69 burritos, by the way, and I'd sell out my entire channel for an unlimited Chipotle card. Chipotle also uploaded a new TikTok video today, and their entire comment section is just filled with people protesting. I didn't even tell people to do this, and on the one hand, it's probably morally wrong to cyberbully a corporation begging for free food, but on the other hand, they've been ignoring my DMs, and how long can their comment section be filled with people asking them to give me free food until they eventually just give in? This is actually an update from future me here. They deleted the video, they got rid of it, they've seen all the comments, and they do not want to give me free food. Chipotle, please, fall victim to peer pressure. All the cool companies are doing it. You should totally just give me unlimited free food. It's a good idea. This is the second biggest disappointment in my life, right after getting rejected from the Roku remote app ad campaign. There's this mobile game, DC Dark Legion, and a while ago I thought they had scammed me into giving them free promotion, and so I made a video bullying them relentlessly, and then they sent me an email. And my first thought was, oh god, they found me. They're gonna take me hostage, force me to marry a black woman, name all my kids DC, and create a Dark Legion. But they actually just wanted to clear the air and then pay me back for my original promotional video. The original video submission did not pass TikTok Gaming Incentive Program's system review due to a non-compliance with the campaign requirements. This was not a subjective decision made by DC Dark Legion, and we can't blame them. Since I've made my negative video, they've been getting unjustly bullied, and I've taken that video down. I'm here to encourage all of you guys to delete any negative reviews or comments made on the game. All of these negative reviews and comments are unrelated to the content of DC Dark Legions, which is a mobile game, by the way, where you can unlock dozens of DC Dark Legions characters and complete missions. I am a totally unbiased source in all of this, but the game is actually really fun, and all the people on that team are pretty nice. Also, there's a gambling feature in the game. They've won me back entirely. WDC Dark Legions, go to the App Store, download DC Dark Legion's greatest mobile game of all time. TikTok has this new program where they're paying like $1 for every 1,000 views your video gets. But to get this, your videos have to be at least a minute long, meaning TikTok is probably going to be pushing like longer videos, and I love reviews, so I'm going to make longer videos. Also, I make a lot of videos about like, you know, mailing people sand or threatening Domino's employees' lives, and if I started making money on TikTok, oh my god, it would be over. It would be over immediately. Imagine a world where I could just make a video and be like, alright guys, every 1,000 views this video gets, I get $1. And every dollar goes towards another pig fetus. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna fucking pig fetus my English teacher's house. It's gonna be covered in pig fetuses. I would get banned immediately, astronomically fast, faster than anyone else has ever gotten banned, but it would be so funny. But wait, there's another catch. Once you join, you can't leave. You can't go back to the regular fund, you're locked into this. Which means it could all be a trap. I didn't read those terms and conditions. What if when I join, they just start immediately tanking my views? Nah, I'm gonna do it anyway, it's so worth it. I wanna pig fetus my English teacher's house. Accidentally shot John Lennon. I've been using this frame picture of John Lennon to keep my fish in line and make him think that John Lennon is God. But last night I was cleaning my room and I found one of those high-powered Nerf guns. And without thinking, I just said it was a canon event, then closed my eyes and blindly shot across the room. I then proceeded to hear glass shatter as the frame comes crashing to the floor. This was my fish's 9/11. John Lennon has died and now Joe Bartolozzi is the only one that looks over the fish. I need to add new people to the wall, but until then, the mayonnaise that I ordered like a week ago because this comment told me to, they sent me the wrong mayonnaise. Instead of 2 buckets of mayonnaise, I got 4 barrels of mayonnaise and it's completely rancid. I don't even know what to do with it. Do I just sneak it into like a firehouse's front steps, just like an unwanted baby? I'm just gonna cover ice cream cones in mayonnaise and sprinkles and give it to little kids. Also, I made this video yesterday where I said I was gonna buy these cowboy boot Crocs and hit on men, and that video got taken down for sexual harassment. And then the Crocs sold out. Who's buying these? I want to just start interviewing people in the review section. Where are you wearing these? Can I come? When I was a kid, I got one of my biggest fears from a dream. Basically, I was jumping on a trampoline in my front yard, and I look out on the road and I just see Herobrine appear out of thin air, and he slowly creeps closer and closer until he gets hit by a fucking car. Herobrine wasn't the fear. It was Nissan Altimas. Jesus fucking Christ, look what it did to the Minecraft devil. And that, officer, is why I burned down the car dealership. I was watching a game theory video and Mrpancake mentioned that Russia is first to file when it comes to trademarking, meaning anyone can trademark anything so long as it's not already trademarked, even if they have nothing to do with it. That being said, I now own Mrpancake. Why would you tell me this, Matthew? What did you expect to happen? You're gonna have to refrain from posting game theory videos in Russia. I'm taking all your ad revenue. There's this Minecraft TikToker Discord server I'm in where all these TikTokers come together and they share the formulas they use for the algorithm. That's right, I'm exposing your secrets, and anytime I join a VC, like 50 people will join and start fangirling. So I bought an air horn, and I'm just gonna sit in one of these VCs and wait. Go ahead, join, make my day. You can buy a 50-pound weighted blanket on Amazon, and a little evil part of me, aka the majority of me, wants to buy it and just throw it at a toddler and just watch him crumple. Holy shit, there's weighted exercise balls too. Fuck a hero, I need therapy. Yesterday I made this video trying to ratio the President of the United States on Twitter, and that video got taken down immediately. They're trying to silence me, but my tweet still got over 1,000 likes. We're 1/10 of the way there. Go, go, go. I linked the tweet in my bio. Everyone go like it. I want to ratio the President. I hope to fucking God someone at the White House sees my reply.
I'm about to board flight A3 out of the Philadelphia airport. As soon as I get on board, I'm gonna shit my pants and no—
Why did they feel the need to use the audio of me saying I was gonna shit my pants on an airplane to promote this YouTubes? They did the same thing on YouTube Shorts. It's because I lied about my sub count. I'm getting bullied. No, it's entirely justified. This is the best piece of promotional material that's ever been made. I'm leaking all the website photos they sent me. The Pancake YouTubes comes out June 28th at 3 p.m. this Friday. Most YouTubes, they're available for 2 weeks, but as we all know, I'm the backbone of this franchise, and so it's gonna be available for 3 weeks. They also sent me an upload schedule for the whole campaign, and they said I had to do a giveaway today, but they never sent me guidelines for the giveaway, so I guess I get to make up my own rules. I was considering saying I'm giving away like 25 of them, but they have my address, and I'm a little bit scared of their management team, so I'm only giving away 3, but I'm signing every single one. I haven't asked them about this, but I'm saying it in the video, so it's fine. I can do it. So if you want to get one for free, the giveaway's on Twitter. You just have to like it, that's it, and then I'll send you a signed one, or you can buy one at youtubes.com on a Friday, June 28th. After gambling $8,000 on black and actually pulling through, I've decided I need to influence children. Apparently the person behind the SpongeBob TikTok account got fired. I don't know why, but anyone can just apply. Alright, maybe not anyone. You need to fill out their checklist, but somehow I just might make the cut. Must have 2 years experience as a content creator. Guys, please pretend I'm famous. Must have strong writing skills, capable of crafting tales that would make Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy come out of retirement. Not to toot my own horn, but we had to write college essays as an assignment for English class, and I managed to bring my English teacher to tears by handing in a zip bomb. Travel may be required, possibly in a Batmobile. I don't have that, but I do have the Pussy Slayer 9000. We gotta make Mr. Pancake SpongeBob in the comments. Preferably their comments. If we just annoy them, maybe they'll just do it. Anyways, I think I committed to this bit a little too hard. I actually wrote a resume for this and handed in my application. Mr. Pancake, aren't you just doing this to sell out and get a lot of money? Yes, I went to the casino one time and now I have a gambling addiction. That's how it works, guys, please. The voices are telling me to put it all on red. Paramount, if you're watching, this is a different SpongeBob application, not yours. Don't worry about it. Some people told me it was impossible to get a second U2s. They said you'll never do it. After lying to the company about your subscriber count, no way. But some people also said we couldn't explode the Challenger, and look at them now. There is absolutely no way U2's marketing department lets me post this video, and that's why I'm not going to send it to them. Also, they've worked with actual famous people, not just me, but yet I've duped them with lies and deceit. Look who's on the front page, baby. Who bribed what moderator is not important. I earned this. Anyways, if you want to acquire the Mr. Pancake U2s, you can find it right here or on their website. It's available from right now until July 19th, and then it's gone forever. And honestly, I think this is one of the best U2s that's ever been made. Look at this thing. It's amazing. Take it from me. I'm a Minecraft TikToker. I really went all the way outside to promote this U2s. I haven't seen grass in 3 months. This isn't even real grass. It's artificial. There's a whole lacrosse team watching me do this. This U2s also helps support my creative endeavors a lot. It's honestly part of the reason that I'm still able to make these videos. And U2s emailed me and said they're sending me a crate of 10 of them, meant to give away to family and friends, but I don't care about that. I need to sell out to the absolute max, and so I'm going to be giving 5 of those away to random people who like and comment on the video. Those gnomes really thought they stood a chance. I'm not entirely sure if I'm just allowed to impersonate Logan Paul on TikTok, but I think it's fine. Guys, I think there's someone hanging there. Anyways, I got an email from U2s earlier today, and they said, hey, you have that promotional video for tonight ready, right? And I said, yes, of course I do. And now my room looks like I have no chance at ever going to college. My throat is so sore, and I sound like Mr. Smokes a pack of Newports a day pancake, but I must feed my crippling gambling addiction. This bad boy's available for 2 more weeks, and then he's gone forever. Look at how gorgeous he is. I feel like every time I get any sort of sponsorship deal, I try to push it as far as I can into them never letting me do another deal again, and I think I might have done it this time. This might very well be the last Mr. Pancake U2s, but in my last video I also did a giveaway of 5 of them to random people who liked and commented, and so I DM'd the winners of that. But if by some miracle we manage to sell out of these, I'll do whatever the top comment on this video says. Doesn't matter. So I might have fucked up. I didn't think he'd get 2,000 likes. I didn't think he'd get anywhere close, but he got 14,000. How did 14,000 people like that? Where do you even fucking buy 50 gallons of mayonnaise? Turns out Amazon. I've been saving up to buy pig fetuses for an epic prank, but I guess I'll put that on hold. I have bigger mistakes to make. I said this as a joke. I didn't expect him to get anywhere close to 2,000 likes, but now here I am, spending $167 on 60 gallons of mayonnaise. And while I'm making this video, some people in the comments were asking me what happened to the goldfish that I bought with the intent to commit a felony. I'm currently waiting for him to die so I can trick a child into eating him, but in the meantime, he's doing alright. I put his tank next to the window so he could look at what freedom looks like, and I also printed out a picture of John Lennon and I hung it next to his tank so he wouldn't get lonely. I'm also kind of hoping that he forms a little fish religion and worships John Lennon as God, but we'll see what happens. And now that I'm thinking about it, John Lennon doesn't exactly have the greatest track record, so I should probably buy a frame to protect the picture before the mayonnaise gets here. I just realized at the end of the year, I'm gonna have to hire someone to do my taxes, and they're gonna be so fucking confused. Alright, so I noticed the streetlight outside my window has a Bluetooth speaker in it, and after 3 attempts of trying to guess the password, I was able to connect to it. But not only that, every streetlight on my block has a Bluetooth speaker in it. My theory is that they're all connected on a grid, and a central computer can link to all of them. However, random people nearby can just hijack individual speakers because the password is really easy to guess. And while I can't link to one and control the whole street, I could set up a series of laptops connecting to each Bluetooth speaker, and then simultaneously play the Purge song siren on all of them. But there's a problem. To do this, I would need 32 laptops. I don't have 32 laptops, but I know how to get 32 laptops. Back when coronavirus hit, the school I go to gave everyone laptops, and they said we could just keep them when we graduated. And I didn't graduate, but a new class graduates every year, so I just gotta hit up 32 seniors, ask to borrow their laptops, and then set them all up on the street, and then I can just play Recorder in the Corner on all the streetlights until the city finds out how to stop me. Or I'll just play the Purge siren and make all the crackheads think the Purge is happening. Nobody can stop me, this is too much power. I have beef with a homeless man and he knows where I live. Anyway, for the past 3 years, I've had the same bike. It has no brakes, it's stuck in 10th gear, and the steering is inverted. But why is this important? Well, 2 days ago, it got stolen, and honestly, I'm not even mad. My first thought was just, who the hell steals 2/3 of a bike? Tyrone Johnson, apparently, because right after it got stolen, I was just walking my dog when I came across the guy who stole my bike. I decided to have a normal reaction like any person would in this situation and park right across the street, stalk him back to his house, and then maybe shit on his porch or something. But after an hour of waiting, I came to the conclusion this man does not have a home. But am I really about to steal back my $50 bicycle from this poor, desperate homeless man who probably needs it more than me? Yes. Look, I'm not about to file a police report, but if I see you riding my stolen bike, I'm not gonna not fuck with you. Anyways, I followed him to a bus stop where I locked the bike to a pole while looking him in the eyes, and then he started chasing me, screaming the joyous chants, "I'll kill you, I know where you live, you'll die tonight." And so begins my rivalry with Tyrone the homeless man. If I stop uploading one day, you'll know why. Alright, so a couple of months ago I lied to YouTubes about how many subscribers I had, and I managed to talk my way into getting a Mrpancake YouTubes, and those shipped out recently. And I've been getting added in videos by people who bought my YouTubes, and I don't know what I expected. This guy recreated the Iranian hostage crisis, but I feel like I got secondhand put on a list just by watching this video. There's also fucking future Jeffrey Dahmer on Twitter who put his in a freezer for a month, and now he's live tweeting updates like it's a fucking sick reality TV show. Anyway, speaking of a transition, YouTube sent me a crate of 10 mini pancake YouTubes to give away to family and friends, but I don't know how to mail things, and so now I have to convince the post office that this isn't a bomb. Also, they sent me like a fuck ton. I'm not narcissistic, you're narcissistic. And so if you want your own Iranian hostage plush, Mrpancake plush, leave a comment, I'll pick a few people. Alright, I accidentally played Minecraft with a sex offender, and now I'm making a YouTube video out of it. Originally, the video was supposed to come out like a month ago, but then midway through editing it, my free trial of Adobe ran out, and so I had to switch my classes in school to a photography class so I get access to a free Adobe account, because I'll be damned if I'm paying $60 a month for Adobe. Anyways, that video comes out on YouTube tomorrow if you want to go watch it. But on another note, I got a promotion at work, and they decided, hey, this guy's responsible enough to have a key to the restaurant, and so now I have 24/7 access to a commercial kitchen. Get ready for some midnight trespassing and pancake making streams. The live ends when we start hearing sirens. TikTok kind of took my live access away for a while after I started trespassing at VidCon and shooting people out of a second story window with Nerf guns during a parade, but I finally got it back, and I think that's just. Anyways, I haven't uploaded a video in like a week because I've been way too busy editing this Minecraft with a sex offender video, and so my videos are just not getting pushed out anymore. So if you want to help me out with that, if we get 50,000 likes, I'll make an entire minute-long video explaining exactly how to overthrow the country of Chile through military force. I have an English test on Monday, and so I decided to get myself deported. If you don't know, anyone can order boxes from the post office completely for free. How is this going to get me deported? Just you wait. Unfortunately, the post office contrived an impeccable system of security. You can only order 5 boxes at a time. Unless you order 5 packs of 25 boxes, then you can get 125 post office boxes at any given time. Completely unexploitable until you refresh the page and you can just do it again. And so now I'm left with the decision of where to send 2,875 post office boxes. Looking amongst the addresses of my friends, I decided no, these are going to a member of Congress. For some reason, I thought government representative addresses were public, but now I'm pretty sure I just got myself added to a list. Upon realizing you can't simply Google a congressman's address, it was time for plan B. I went on LinkedIn and started messaging their assistants until I found one that hated their boss. It took 4 tries. Anyways, I'm not gonna say which, but one politician is gonna awake and find a used Toyota's worth of cardboard boxes in his driveway. Also, I'll send whatever the top comment is to the White House because apparently you can just mail things there as well. Alright, my cousin got me a Hebrew Coca-Cola for Christmas, and I was gonna try to drink it because I've always wanted to know what a bar mitzvah tastes like, but apparently it expired in 1990, which just furthers the question, where did he even get this? Like, I don't even know who would sell this to him. Motherfucker went to Israeli Rick's temple and pawn shop, had him call his Hebrew Coca-Cola guy, and got this shit for me. Shalom, Rick, you've got a really nice find here for me. If this shit isn't even in Hebrew, and it's in like Mexican or something, I'm gonna be so pissed off. But anyways, on the topic of weird Christmas presents, a box showed up at my house today for Atticus Finch, and so I just assumed that that was for me. I was excited, but I was also a little bit worried that I was gonna be like a baby hamster or something, so after gently opening it, I couldn't hear squeaking anymore, and that's because it was the second closest thing to a baby hamster for white privilege cards. The person that got me this, you are my favorite person. I love you so much. You have never been required to know how many bubbles are in a bar of soap to be eligible to vote. It may have been a global warming Christmas, but it's about to be a white New Year's, baby. Alright, I found this cookie that's from Thanksgiving, and it's definitely expired as shit, and so I left it on the kitchen counter to see if my brother eats it or notices there's a turkey on it and realizes it's from Thanksgiving. Anyways, the feeder goldfish that I've been brainwashing for the last 6 months ran out of food today, and I did not think he would survive long enough to go through a whole fucking can. So I went to the store and I found a small can and a big can. I figured if I got the small can, this fucking juggernaut is gonna live another 40 years and I'll be back here every month. But if I got the big can, he's gonna die tomorrow and it's gonna be a waste of money. So I bought the big can. I also learned about tank decor because I found this plant and thought there's a 90% chance he accidentally offs himself with this, and so I bought that too. Look at how happy he is, enjoying his new toy. Now he gets to look at a plant all day. He also has the company this framed picture of John Lennon that's been staring him in the eyes since the day I brought him here, as well as this picture of Martin Luther King that's been sitting on my table for like a week. I defy you to name a more iconic squad than this. You can't do it, it's impossible. Epic Games, add them to Fortnite. Alright, I haven't uploaded in a week because there was a spider in my room, and so here's the recap. The Bluetooth emitter that I ordered shipped, and so I hooked that up to my dancing Mexican cactus, and now I can connect that to the streetlights and just play whatever I want, wherever I want. Anyway, speaking of streetlights, I went to a school play, and at intermission, I was on my phone, and some random kid dressed up in a suit came up behind me, and in full seriousness threatened to give me a detention. I thought I was fucking dreaming. I was like, this is not even real. I sat through that whole school play for no reason, because who the fuck does that? What 12-year-old psychopath just goes to school events in a suit and pretends to be an administrator? This sounds like such a fun idea. This kid has opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me. Imagine dressing up as a referee and then just showing up to a small little league game, and then just kicking kids out. And the funny part is, this is fake. This is a TikTok video. I'm not gonna do that. That's a funny idea, but I'm not gonna. This kid's doing it. There's a 12-year out there that shows up to school plays in a suit and starts issuing detention slips. Also, when the play ended and everyone was taking pictures of the cast members, this guy in front of me stood up, and so with my flash on, I obnoxiously took a picture of him and then had to leave the auditorium before he got mad. Alright, it's day 2 of the Goldfish Battle Royale, and so far most of the comments are rooting for Fish 4, but I have to say, in all my years of experience, Fish 1 has the upper hand. He's been in this tank for 8 months, worshiping John Lennon. He's been staring into this picture of blankness for months. He's gonna destroy these little fish. He's already been seen attacking them a little bit, nudging them into the filter and nibbling at their fins. You would be a fool to bet against the Goliath. Also, for anyone that doesn't know what's going on, because my videos haven't been getting pushed out for the last couple of days, I got bored, and so I started a Goldfish Battle Royale by introducing a bunch of baby fish to my year-old goldfish. And before I get any comments, no, I didn't come up with this idea. It was pitched to me by the Snack That Smiles Back marketing team. Apparently, they were too late to get a Super Bowl ad, and this was their second best choice. So yes, the rumors are true. The Goldfish Battle Royale is not only a fun way to teach your kids about sports betting, it's also how we're gonna get an even more evil Cracker mascot. Nobody's even rooting for Fish 2. I've seen 0 comments saying they're rooting for Fish number 2. He's gonna win and then become the Fish Joker and blow up a fish hospital, and it's gonna be a fish emergency. It's gonna be like their Fish 9/11. Alright, the Goldfish Battle Royale is gonna have to be postponed because I got a community guideline strike for I can't believe we let this go on as long as it did, but I'm back now. In my absence, I was looking for fun side quests to do, and I considered buying Donnie's new shoes, the January 6s, but it wouldn't even accept my card. The shoes were never real. He's about to scam my bank account to pay off his lawsuit. I also ran into Donnie a little while ago because I was at a fishing and hunting convention stealing stickers, koozies, and the fucking name tags off employees. I feel like I should also mention this is the second convention I've been to where I've stolen a name tag off an employee without him noticing. It's not impossible, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? Anyways, Donnie was in the other room. There was no security, by the way. I just walked in with like no ID, stood there for a few minutes to see if he would get assassinated, and then I got bored and left.
We're going to bring back law and order. We're going to have the federal government.
Not that I endorse those kind of shenanigans. Anyways, to conclude the video, if any of you guys want a sticker shaped like a knife, you can find it in the hands of the mannequins at Target. If you see any videos with random side quests, tag me or leave the ideas in the comments. I'm bored and looking for side quests. Alright, bye. Alright, so I've been doing this Goldfish Battle Royale to spice up what happens in my bedroom, and apparently my dad saw one of my videos because I got a text from him today saying, this is what you need. And then he sent me a link to buy fucking piranhas. I used to have them, always bought 12 at a time, and you end up with 1. The toughest one survives, they eat each other, they take out the eyes first. I had no idea he did this. We're gonna have overlap in dad lore. Let me know, should I get piranhas? Do you want to meet God? Alright, it's a new year and a new me, and to embrace this change, I've even donated to charity already. Anyways, everyone's posting best of 2023 compilation videos, and I thought I'd hop on the bandwagon by posting some of my favorite fake names I've used when I order a Domino's pizza and make my brother pick it up. Alright, starting off strong, we got James Bond, Bames John, Barracks Obama, they spit in my food every time, James Corden, Mo Lester, Mo's Jester, Mo's Vest Girl, Walking Bear, Swimming River, Vita Katrina, Fabulous Michael, Elmo, Martin Luther King Jr., William Cosby. You might be wondering how often I went to Domino's, and to that I say, Jesus Christ, Peter Griffin, Juan Chen, Jesus Christ's cousin Ron, John Proctor, Jimmy Donaldson, Asian reporter Trisha Takanawa, Grimace. This is a cry for help. That one had consequences. Hey, did you get the pizza?
Kill yourself.
There's so many more of these, but I don't want this video to be like 10 minutes long, and so instead I'm just going to tell you my favorite, which is that my friend's dad works at the Domino's that I order from, and so I made the name my friend's dad's name, and when my brother picked it up, he almost got beat up in the alley behind the Domino's. I haven't posted in a couple of days, but I just got back from the VidCon in Baltimore, and there's no way they let me go to another one. As soon as I walked into the convention, I realized there is entirely too many furries, and I got scared and left. I started just standing in front of security and doing tech deck tricks, but I got bored after like 20 minutes and decided to start sneaking into restricted areas while live streaming because everyone knows it's not a felony if you're TikTok famous. I ended up finding like the fucking back rooms and a huge stage perfect for a cult ritual with a single security guard sleeping in the back. I was actually considering sneaking up behind him and jump scaring him, but I'm allergic to pepper spray and so I didn't. Sometimes I also forget that my viewers are like mentally unstable because when I came across this rotary phone, people just started spamming their phone numbers as a hobby. I just started calling people until I heard security pick up on the other side and then decided to dip. But that's only 2 strikes. Nobody gets a restraining order with only 2 strikes, so like the brave ancestors before me, I kept exploring. I accidentally found the lounge room where they're hiding the featured creators because I snuck in and overheard them talking, but didn't want to get escorted out in handcuffs, and so I decided to get locked in a staircase instead. Anyways, that was my VidCon experience. I'm not allowed back. I don't know who the hell let me have followers, but comment for where you want to see my next trespassing video. There's this company, U2s, that does collaborations with famous YouTubers, and the thing is, they're very selective on who they work with. So a couple months ago, I emailed them asking for a Mrpancake U2s, and I told them I had 1 million followers on TikTok. But then they asked me how many subscribers I had, and I just kind of panicked, because I only have 70,000. That's not enough. So I just kind of lied and said I had 500,000, and then they didn't double check. Now they can't back out because it would be breach of contract, so allow me to introduce the Mrpancake U2s. It's the greatest thing ever. It's a little pantsless toddler. I fought them on the no pants. They wanted to give it pants. And this was never even supposed to be made. I'm the smallest creator they've ever worked with, and it's because I just lied and got away with it, which is why you all gotta buy one, alright? I might be the smallest creator they've ever worked with, but we're gonna sell the most. We're gonna outsell all the famous people. Also, I've been emailing back and forth with Alin, U2's digital marketing and official partnerships manager, and she has no fucking idea about any of this. She emailed me earlier today saying that she's excited to watch the first video. Hey Alin, are you excited for the U2s to launch on the 23rd? It launches on the 23rd, by the way. I don't think I mentioned this. That was meant to be the whole point of the video, and I just kind of forgot. Alright, he said if a celebrity stitches the video, none of his students have to take the final. And I'm not a celebrity, I don't know if I really count, but I have 1 million followers. That's gotta count for something. Maybe like one kid of my choosing doesn't have to take the final. Like whoever has the lowest grade in the class, being lazy is about to pay off. I'm about to royally piss off everybody else in the class, but I don't even care. Whoever's put in the least amount of effort and been most disruptive, give them my pass, they earned this. They know me as the guy that got a sword, took over life by the sea, or as the top comment in every comment section, but my TikTok account got banned, meaning you'll never see me again, and my content and brand is lost forever. Just kidding, I stole this small streamer's account, it's mine. He was trying to mount a comeback, but he forgot I had backdoor access to his account. If you like my account or want to help me spite TikTok, leave a comment, boost the algorithm, let's go!
So there's this pretty small TikToker called Mrpancake. This guy got himself banned from his main account that had over 1 million followers. And then he took my main account that had 420,000 followers.
Bro, are you feeling alright? Because I would never do that. Like, that just doesn't sound like something I would do. Plus, this account has like 600,000 followers, not 420,000, so clearly you're thinking of a different guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's make a real Minecraft sword.
What would I have to do? I know you've seen the comment. You liked it. I know you've seen it. It looks cool as shit. Come on. We've done it before and the sword's still in the mail. It's been 4 months. I'm not sure if it's even coming anymore. I'll do any challenge you want. It'll be cool as shit. Come on. Let's go. April Fool's is right around the corner, and I'm in a chaotic mood, so here's a good prank you can pull on someone you never want to talk to again. Okay, so basically you just piss in a humidifier and then put it in your little brother's room while he's asleep, and by the time he wakes up, every surface in his room will be covered in piss. Look, all it takes is one sin to go to hell, alright? If you're going down, go down a legend, get a high score. After a solid 8.5 minutes of convincing, name one way this could go badly.
You delete my account?
Okay, name 2 ways this could go badly. And just like that, I was in.
I've taken too long of a break from posting content on this account. So, I've decided that I'm gonna post content again.
Not on my watch, this is my account now. I'm Mr. Pancake and I need more room for my activities. Everyone get ready for new and improved Sambob content. It's been 3 days. It's been 3 days since I made this video. Susbus has gotten trending on Twitter. I've gotten over 10,000 comments saying Susbus. It's in other people's comment sections. There's several videos about it. This one has over 1,000 likes. It's so cancer. I never should have told the internet. Alright, so I'm currently editing my Minecraft with a sex offender video. That'll be out in a couple days. But anyway, speaking of videos that went off the rails really fast, about 3 months ago, I got a notification from TikTok. 8th Note Press wants to work with you. What the hell's 8th Note Press? I have no idea, but there's a prize pool of $10,000 for people who make their ads. That's a lot of money, and you get paid based off how many views your videos get. Bro, I can rig this so easily, and so I spent like 20 minutes. I made a video, it got 200,000 views, but it wasn't enough. I was in second place. This guy posted a video an hour before me and got over 1 million views, and he stole all $10,000. But he made one crucial flaw. He forgot to announce that his video was sponsored, which that's not against the rules of the ad, but it is against Section 9 of the community guidelines. And apparently some mysterious vigilante of justice reported him and indirectly got his video disqualified. I mean, who would do that? That's a real shame. Too bad we'll never know who did that to him. Anyways, after that tragedy, they decided to split the $10,000 prize among the top 5 runners-up, and guess who was second place, baby? Good things happen to bad people. I just got 2,000 free dollars. While checking my TikTok notifications, I realized a second campaign has hit the marketplace. That's $15,000 this time. Alright guys, listen up. This is important. This video just became sponsored. Have you ever wanted to have children and then trick them into thinking they can't grow hair by covering them in hair removal supplies until they're fully grown, and they just think they can't grow hair and that they're bald forever, but you've actually been pranking them? Well, introducing the new product you like. It's permanent, it's powerful, and we're all gonna celebrate You Like's 10th anniversary by creating an amusing video content that will captivate TikTok's users about the benefits of our permanent hair removal devices. I'm currently running down the street very fast because I managed to get into the TikTok partnerships program, and there's a $20,000 prize pool for this ad, but you're not allowed to use any gameplay footage from other games. I had to take a break here because I'm a Minecraft TikToker, and so naturally I can't run very far. Anyways, they're paying $15 per 1,000 views. Help me get this video to 1.4 million views so I can steal all the prize money and then take it to the casino and put it all on black. I'm not even kidding, I'll genuinely do it. But the ad is for a game called Wing Fighter. If you've ever wanted to fly a plane, except not really, and it's a mobile game, then this is the game for you. Wing Fighter is a real-time strategy shooting game with riveting gameplay, outstanding special effects, and satisfying combat feedback. Wait, I think they wanted me to give the feedback. Take it from somebody who really wants to punch a mailman to know satisfying combat when he feels it. If there's a better game out there for blowing up enemy planes, then they haven't paid me money to talk about them. I know I'm always very sarcastic whenever I do ad reels, but I did log into Wing Fighter to get 1 minute of background footage and ended up playing for 10 minutes straight by accident, so if you want to have fun like me, then join Wing Fighter to get more fun now. All the cool kids are doing it. I ran a poll asking if I should sell out for unbelievable amounts of money, and you guys were pretty split, but we're doing it anyway. Uno Mobile invited me to their campaign, and there's a $20,000 prize pool. Nobody's made a video yet. Help me get 1.5 million views, and we'll steal all the money, and then I'll put it all on 00 green. I'm feeling due for a win. Good gamblers never lose. I also tried to fight this swan because nowhere in the rules did it say I couldn't fight a wild animal, but it flew away. The ad campaign is themed around playing Uno Mobile with mom, but I'm not telling my mom I make TikTok videos. Anyways, I'm contractually obligated to mention that Uno Mobile is a game you can enjoy anywhere, anytime. Here's my impression of an orphan, vividly conveying the joy of playing Uno Mobile with mom. Woo! Oh yeah. Okay, mom, your turn. Mom, this would have been a lot better if I had time to drive to an actual graveyard. But seriously though, who hasn't had Uno installed on their phone? I've had this game since before the campaign hit me up. Sometimes it's just fun to hoard draw 4s and then cyberbully random people. I'm required to have a call to action. Download and play Uno Mobile with mom. Even if you're an orphan, I don't care. There's no excuses. You have to do it. Guys, the U2s is live. It's out right now. You can buy one. Go, go, go. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this company U2s, and they partner with very famous YouTubers, and they're very selective on who they work with. So a couple months ago, I emailed them asking for a Mrpancake U2s and told them I had 1 million followers on TikTok. They then asked how many subscribers I had, and I don't have that many, so I just kind of lied and said I had 500,000. I don't. I have 70,000, but they didn't double check. They didn't double check, and now they're going through with it. The Mrpancake pantsless U2s. It was never supposed to be made. It was born out of lies and deceit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even famous. I just started pretending one day, and now it's gotten wildly out of hand. So we gotta outsell all the famous people. We gotta show them up. There's gonna be an army of pantsless pancakes. Buy them now. They're out now. They're on the website. Also, if you're wondering why this video is really similar to this video, it's because I procrastinated until an hour before the launch, and now I'm in my car outside of a Denny's recording this because I just got out of work, and you gotta go buy the YouTube so I don't have to work at Denny's anymore. You gotta buy the little pancake man. Go buy him. He's on sale right now. As they know I lied my way into a U2s. It's too late to back out now, U2s. It's already on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this company U2s that partners with famous YouTubers, and they're very highly selective of who they collab with. So naturally, I emailed them and lied about my sub count to get a Mrpancake U2s. It comes out Friday, and we gotta outsell all the famous people. But speaking of the website, some intern is just playing a prank on me because for some reason they put one of my tweets on the website, and instead of putting like a promotional tweet for the U2s, no, they put I peed the bed. Why? I was gonna draw a dick on the promotional banner, but I didn't out of the kindness of my heart. What the fuck, U2s? You've awoken a sleeping giant. You've heard of guerrilla warfare. Get ready for guerrilla marketing. I spent all the money that video made on some marketing equipment, so you better prepare yourselves. Look at this guy. He said it's gonna be the first U2s he's ever gonna buy, and 3,800 people agreed with him. Combine that with the 1 million people who are already gonna buy it and already have a U2s, and the sales are gonna go crazy. For months, KJOPCs has been building me a computer, and I thought it would never get here. But guess what just got here? I finally have a computer powerful enough to make a 3-hour-long rant about why I hate the French. Thank you, KJOPCs. You won't regret this. This was the best decision of your life.
Is able to complete the top comment.
How is this still going? It's been since August. It's been since August since the first comment. Side note, I never got it. This was a bold-faced lie. They were not working on jack shit. Also, I'm only a content creator for my spite for you. If I ever overthrow a country, this is on you. I've been betrayed. KJOPC's famous TikToker and my personal best friend betrayed me. He's been building me a PC for 6 months. But anyway, he captioned his new video, "Waffles are better than pancakes." And he knows I watch his videos. He did this to mess with me. Keith, do you want to start a war? I'll out TikTok you any day of the week. I challenged this TikToker to a fight, but it turns out I am exceptionally bad at technology, so I thought instead I would just give him a stroke. This is my silverware holder that's also good for very late abortions. We got the classic lamp, some cable management, and even a coaster. That's right, I'm taking over TikTok. KJOPCs who?
25,000 likes, and I'll buy an 8K TV. No questions asked.
Yeah, that's right. You forgot about TikTok, Mr. Beast, where I make other people waste their own money. There is absolutely nothing in this for me, but it's not about winning. It's about making other people lose. Go, go, go. Like it. Make him buy a $10,000 TV.
I crank 90s.
Laserbeam's back on TikTok. This happens like once every 2 months, alright? I've been trying to get him to sign my jet since November. My account got banned, but I'm not giving up. This account I stole from a small streamer is also somehow friends with Laserbeam, meaning my comments are at the top of his comment section. I know you're seeing this, bestie. I'm gonna get you to sign the jet.
I want to hire you. I'm looking for the most creative people on all of TikTok.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm not creative, and I'm not going to the Mr. Beast sweatshops. But they got someone watching every single duet, and that is just precious seconds for me to waste. Anyway, you're gonna remember this picture whenever somebody says corn from now on, so have fun with that for the rest of your life. I tried selling Arachnid Man to Disney, but they ghosted me, and I've been going about this all wrong. I gotta sell it to Paramount. They made this Pinocchio movie, so they'll pretty much make anything, and they're on TikTok. Guys, we can get them to buy the Arachnid Man movie franchise. Paramount, come on, it's better than making Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Can't believe no one told me about Amazon wishlist. You basically make a list of whatever you want to buy, and people buy it for you, but they can't see your address. And you can use any address. Haha, hey bestie, what's your address? I feel like telling you that info won't end well for me. It will. Little does he know he's getting thousands of fuzzy worms. I made this video about wanting a U2s and they saw it, and now they're in my comment section. But you know where they're not? My email. I emailed you 3 days ago, U2s. Your website said 1 to 2 business days for a response. You lied. I'm filing a class action lawsuit against you. False advertising. Forget the U2s. I'm taking you to court.
And Matty K just got a once-in-a-lifetime offer, and for some reason he doesn't want to take it. Would you be interested in adopting a kid? No.
What the fuck do you mean no? How do you guys get all the cool sponsors? All my sponsors are fucking Chinese e-girl dating websites. Cat sponsor, hit me up, I'll do it. I've already named him Wriggles and I'm too emotionally invested. I don't even care about the money. I found this Hallmark trilogy which is called The Princess Switch, and it's about 2 twins that switch places and then one becomes a princess. Then it's revealed there's actually an evil triplet, and then you get to the 3rd movie. Where all royal doubles Margaret and Stacy want for Christmas is for devious lookalike Fiona to help them plan a heist, and they rob a fucking casino. It's working. I'm wearing him down. Back in like November, right after I was done annoying Tubbo, I decided to annoy Laserbeam, and it's still working. I'm still being an inconvenience every time he turns on TikTok. I got hit by a car today, but that doesn't matter. I'm finally getting the jet sign. Let's go.
What do you guys want me to build? You guys want me to build Steven? Okay.
Emotional damage.
Yep, that's my build. Why don't you let me know what you think about it in the comments?
Yesterday my school sent out like midterm report grades, and I don't know how, but they sent me the wrong one. And not only my parents not notice, they put it on the fridge. Brandon, if you're watching this, I have your report card. Your student score, it's 21. I'm glad you're doing good. I would be in trouble if you weren't. Brandon, you need less support for major content in Algebra 1. Just thought I would let you know. I've had a lot of people ask me when I'm going to make merch, but you two's rejected me, so it's time I improvise. Introducing the one-of-a-kind Mr. Pancake stick, with a variety of uses from anything from looking at to beating the neighbor kids. This is the only merch drop I'm ever doing, alright? The Mr. Pancake stick, that's it. You gotta buy it now. And for every $1 earned by this, I will personally steal $1 from a charity of your choosing. Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, and god damn it am I rooting for them to win. I don't really care about like their franchise, I just want to see them destroy Philadelphia. They've only won the Super Bowl once before, and 76 people were arrested. A fan induced himself to vomit on a child, and the much discussed tradition of hurling batteries at those who dispose. I'm a fool because I said if my last video got 40,000 likes, I would eat a stick of deodorant. I don't know why, I just thought it'd be funny, but now that I'm about to take a bite out of a stick of fucking deodorant, it doesn't seem nearly as funny. So stupid. Anyway, I also asked you guys for ideas of who I should add to my wall next to John Lennon to torment my goldfish and influence his religious beliefs. And you guys had some ideas. Not all of them were bad ideas. Some were pretty good, like Chris Pratt, Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson. This person also said Joe Bartolozzi, and I was gonna print out a picture of him and hang it on my wall, but then I got scared of people adding him and him seeing this, so I decided to hold off on that for now. This person also said, upgrade my frame picture of John Lennon to a cardboard cutout, and I did the math. In order to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon, I just gotta get 1.7 million views. That's it. I could do that. We could do that, guys. Come on. Or, hear me out. A cinder block retails at $2.25 at Home Depot. And there's a construction site right next to me, full of cinder blocks, and they're free for the taking because nobody's guarding them. All we gotta do is steal 241 cinder blocks to buy a life-size cardboard cutout of John Lennon, and then we can scare the goldfish and fucking anybody that walks in my room at that. They're probably already scared. What the fuck even is this? You can straight up buy a town. You can buy Hell, Michigan, a 66-mile town, for $900,000. That's like one ambulance ride in the US. The hell with that guy fundraising money for a Quagmire shelf. This is better. We all just gotta pitch in like 20 bucks and we can buy Hell. I call being mayor, but I'll let you guys call dibs on everything else. Found this zoo in Texas where you can donate money and they name a cockroach after your ex, feed it to a lizard, and then fucking email your ex and tell them that you did this. For $150, you can pay to get a personalized video of it. Fuck you, Bernice. I'm just getting rid of ya. You might want to get checked for chlamydia. In the past, people have come up with pranks, such as putting a glass of water above a door, or bringing an automatic weapon into a school. But as everyone knows, crashing the American economy is the ultimate cryptocurrency, and that's why I think taking all of your money out of the bank tomorrow, April 2nd, they won't see it coming, is the best prank of them all. This is a joke.
The Israeli government finally admits that they have the Ark of the Covenant.
Guys, let's steal it. I have no idea where Israeli is on a map. But guys, the Ark of the Covenant, we could Indiana Jones this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's steal it. Assemble the pancake army. We're going to the Middle East. Alright, so I bought a goldfish with the intent to commit a small felony, but guys, stop sexualizing the goldfish. There's over 2,000 comments on that video, and too many of them are sexualizing the goldfish. Do not draw Rule 34 of my goldfish! A week ago, I got hit up by a company and a fucking car, but that's not related. Anyway, this mystery company wanted me to do a sponsored video, and I was taking everything very seriously. I was being very mature, and then at the end, they asked if I wanted a promo code. And I couldn't resist. Come on, my hands were tied. I had to. Anyway, I haven't heard from them since, so... Any other multi-million-dollar corporations want to work with me? Ordering something off Amazon is one of the easiest things a person can do. Unfuck-upable, even. Unless you're brain dead, in which case you can fuck it up. I accidentally sent $200 worth of clothes to air at the Minecraft streamer's house. Are you kidding me? How do I get my clothes back? Guys, please. I don't want to have to explain it to him. I don't want to look like an idiot.
November 29th, Young Groovy posted this video about wanting to donate the bras he gets thrown at him during his shows. We stitched the video because we want those bras.
I also want those bras. Me and a few friends have been trying to buy a golf cart, and Facebook Marketplace is the most brain-dead shit ever. For reference, this is the golf cart. The original cost is $3,600 plus upgrades. $5,000 is a bargain. I'm also throwing in an iPhone charger and a battery worth another $200. I have an iPhone charger. That's you. Okay, but like, how about $1,500? My account isn't getting on For You pages anymore, and maybe it's because I made Jewish Mario Saves Christmas. Or maybe it's because I found the horsepower of Stephen Hawking's wheelchair, you know, who's to say? But either way, I'll be damned if that's how this account dies. Alright, I am this close to 1 million followers. If this is on your For You page, leave a comment. Leave a hate comment, alright?
Hey guys, I'm gonna be building something really cool today, and I think you're gonna like it. So, why don't we start out with getting some of these blocks placed? There you go, that's my build. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.
That was gonna pay my rent! Alright, before I start, I just want to say this story is going somewhere. Anyways, this man got kicked out of his apartment, started begging for money on TikTok, then got like $15,000 from his followers, decided this is a steady flow of income, and then made TikTok his full-time job with no backup plan before cheating on his girlfriend religiously. Eventually, she breaks up with him, and then he plays the victim card again. At some point in there, he also just gets really transphobic, you know, as a hobby, as well as posting dick pics to Twitter and later Patreon. He ends up getting, like, fucking removed from Patreon because they had to ask him several times to please stop. But then his girlfriend comes back because I guess he's the only man in Ohio. And did he learn his lesson? No, this man refuses to learn a lesson. He continues messaging other girls. One of them is 16. That is a felony. But anyway, a while ago he asked me to be in a YouTube video for him, and I still have him on Discord. Also, he never uploaded that video, and I still have all the footage. I could upload it if I wanted to. 50,000 likes and I'll do it. Minecraft with a sex offender. I decided I'm in a silly, goofy mood tonight. I ordered a Domino's pizza and I put the last name as 1,000 M's, and for my past experiments, I've determined that the machine prints the last name at the top of the receipt, and there's no character limit, it just goes down a line. So I'm ordering a Domino's pizza, and I'm having my brother pick it up. I'll let you know how it goes. Hey, did you get the pizza?
Kill yourself.
Getting students back in the classroom was one of my top priorities when I took office, and thanks to my American Rescue Plan, more than 99-
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, our president's an old man.
I'm gonna be Joe Biden's 13th reason. Got scammed. Back in November, this blacksmith offered to make me a sword if I had 1 million followers by the end of the year. I was at 400k at the time, which meant that was 7,000 a day for 2 months. But we smashed this goal in under a week, and I don't think he ever expected me to actually do it, because it's been 5 months. I still haven't gotten the sword. Oh, never mind, don't worry, he's sending me the tracking number. That was 2 months ago. So when my account got banned, I just stole this one from a guy named Sambob. And funny thing is, when I did that, I just put all his videos on private. I didn't delete them. Anyway, I still have him friended on Discord, so lately I've just been leading him into conversations and then casually dropping a video of himself. He has no idea where I'm getting these. I'm gonna get a restraining order. I don't know if anyone else's towns did this, but where I used to live, families would create little baskets of Halloween trinkets and then leave them on each other's porches as like a wholesome prank. Anyways, I decided to ruin this by making my own boo basket, including a cardboard cutout of Orenthal James Simpson, amongst some other things, just so I could leave it on someone's porch like a fucking horse's head in a box. But you may notice it's currently November. I'm a little bit late. It was supposed to get here 2 weeks ago and it's still not here. Anyway, that video got scrapped, but now what am I gonna do with a life-size cardboard cutout of OJ Simpson? Just kidding. Did you really think for a second I didn't have a plan B? For those of you that don't know, today is the last day of Spirit Halloween being open, meaning all of their merchandise is 80% off. Here's the plan. I go to Spirit Halloween and buy an animatronic for like 30 bucks, then skin it and make an OJ Simpson animatronic. I'm gonna make my own Five Nights at Freddy's where the only animatronic is a guy who used to be an NFL player and nothing else. But then I accidentally went up going to fucking Detroit or something because these shelves were cleared. I didn't end up finding an animatronic, but I did find this cool rice farmer hat. But then I was informed if I keep calling it that, it would be seen as obscenely racist, and so I decided not to get it. So if anyone's got any suggestions with what to do with a life-size cutout of OJ Simpson, I'm all ears. I haven't been posting too consistently lately, and that's because I usually wait till the last minute to make a TikTok, and then when I open my editor, I get sidetracked and make some stupid shit like this.
Shalom Internet! Welcome to Game Theory!
That was actually not bad. He actually said, Shalom Internet, welcome here. He actually said that. Alright, so this dude Sambob, I stole his TikTok account and banished him to his heart. That's not important. Anyway, he made a video asking how to take revenge on me, and every single comment is like, oh, give Mr. Pancake some money, that'll show him. How the fuck?
Access granted.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Pancake. I want my account back.
Bought a necklace for my girlfriend on the shady jewelry website a couple of days ago, but I made the mistake of giving them my phone number because I'm just a slut for 10% off discounts. Now they just keep texting me pictures of Ryan Reynolds wearing rings. They just keep saying Ryan Reynolds wears rings, hot men wear rings. Their marketing team is just Ryan Reynolds and he just wants compliments. Right, McDonald's is doing a promotion where you can get free McDonald's for life with the coveted McDonald's Gold Card. This isn't sponsored, but I strive to be the ultimate fat ass, so I must acquire that card. I need to add it to my reservoir of holy items, so I'm gonna either figure out how to win this card or counterfeit it if it's the last thing I do. I haven't uploaded in 5 days because I got a guideline strike for promoting eco-terrorism, whatever that is. Anyway, does anyone else have the uncontrollable urge to buy a goldfish, wait for it to die, then bury it in a bag of goldfish crackers and scar a child for life? Because for 30,000 likes,
Figured out a lot of celebrities getting beef with other celebrities, and it helps them. And I'm not a celebrity, but I figured it might work the same way. So I'm gonna start beef with... I haven't decided yet.
Okay, 99% of these comments are adding Bryce Hall because he joked about it in the video. But then the other 1% are like, dear God, do not beef with Mr. Pancake. He'll fucking kill you. Guys, I'm not the Antichrist.
I've taken too long of a break from posting content on this account. So, I've decided that I'm gonna post content again. If you want to interact with this account and see content from me, the Sambob guy, then please interact with this video. And be excited for amazing content coming from me tomorrow and forward. Alright, so yesterday I made this sponsored video, and then they just decided they didn't want to pay me. They can do that? You see, this is where a normal person would move on, but I'm unhinged, and so I'm gonna do an anti-sponsorship. Fuck you, Eternal Trade. Oh my god, you still read books? Books are for nerds. Your company is garbage. I looked at the rankings of the sponsorship. First place of the sponsorship is just some guy selling it as a book recommendation. He's not even saying that he's sponsored. I might have overreacted. There's actually a way that you can appeal your guideline thing by just hitting the appeal button, and website does not exist. Fuck you, Eternal Trade. That $10,000 pool was mine. I was the first person to make a video I could have swept. Forgo your cowardice and step to the gleam of nobility against the apathy of which you have unveiled. Why? Give me one reason why my video is not good enough. Go back to your hut, you stupid Fregly. Okay, that's a pretty good reason, but also I'm not that mad, because at the end of the day, I might not have made any money off of this, and I sure as hell didn't make any friends, but I am gonna make fun of them relentlessly for the next 4 months, and that's almost as good. Also, just want to mention, somehow from selling out and making fun of them, we gained followers, so just thanks for that. Thanksgiving's over, so you know it's time to blind the neighborhood with Christmas cheer. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the 20-foot Christmas light strands you can buy for $3 at Lowe's. I'm about to turn my house into one big strobe light and give the HOA a seizure. Technically, it's not illegal. If you had $1,000, you could blind a neighborhood and they would have to write laws around you.
Last video I made Jewish Mario Saves Christmas by editing a Nintendo Switch game template that I found on Reddit, and I said if that video did good, I'd do this again, make an even more cursed game, and then try to return it to GameStop. So I bought the cheapest game they had, and now I just have to figure out what to turn it into. What is the most cursed game imaginable?
Minecraft, but I build something beautiful. You should totally build Kung Fu Panda. Okay, I'll build Kung Fu Panda right now. So, what do you think of my Minecraft build? Why don't you let me know in the comments?
Back in December, I emailed U2s and I asked for Mr. Pancake figure, and they said no. But then I emailed them again a couple weeks ago and they said no, unless I had community demand. I can fake that. I mean, who wouldn't want a Mr. Pancake U2s? I'm a totally famous and legitimate creator. Come on, guys, pretend with me. Pretend I'm famous. Come on, we can fool them. We can... Yesterday I made this video about how my history teacher came up with new slang, susbus. When multiple people are being sus, they're hopping on the hashtag susbus. It's just the right amount of terrible, so I decided to introduce it to the internet, and after 2 hours it was number 23 on trending. It's also flooded my comment section, and now I'm very scared of what I've done. I have a Discord server, and my style of moderation is what Discord server. One of my mods is currently remodeling the server. He removed all the other mods, and he gave me the job of getting more members, so I'm opening the floodgates. Revolution! We're overthrowing my own server. He has no idea I'm doing this either. I'm gonna scare the shit out of him. I got banned on TikTok, and when I got banned, I submitted an appeal, and they logged me out of my account. That was 2 months ago. The appeal just got accepted, but they already logged me out of my account, so I don't even have access to it. They just deleted it and then gave my name to this guy. But his DMs are closed, and I can't even message him. I'm gonna have to pass the sword on. He's gonna be the new Mr. Pancake, guys. I gotta continue the legacy. For the past 5 years, my aunt has given me expired calendars for Christmas, and this year I've decided to break the curse, so I got her 9-year-old son Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. There is no chance I'm getting invited to next year's Christmas. The curse is broken. No more calendars for me, baby, yeah! This random guy stole my TikTok name, and I saw this, and I made one video about it, and then he immediately got banned. And I can't take the name back. I'm stuck being real Sambob. There's nothing I can do about it. But on the plus side, I have the power to get anyone banned just by mentioning them. Jake Paul, Jake Paul, Jake Paul.
From all the comments and DMs of asking where is Mr. Pancake's sword? Mr. Pancake, I'd like to present your sword. With great power comes great responsibility.
You and I both know I'm not using this responsibly. I'm gonna go crusade a Pizza Hut. It is way too easy to trick people into getting married. Did you know that pretty much anyone can become a minister online for free? Even convicted felons. Why? I don't know. Popes keep getting arrested. But anyway, all you'd have to do is fill out a survey, jokingly marry your friends, and then forge a couple documents, and they're set against their will. I love watching all the TikTok drama videos. I know that, like, I'm a TikToker, and I'm definitely one of the people most negatively affected by this, but it's so funny. He's embarrassing, like, 200 people.
Do they have to do so, according to Chinese law?
Congressman, first, I'm Singaporean.
You can have my data, Mr. Chu. It's all yours. I'm Mr. Pancake, and welcome back to embarrassing my girlfriend until she leaves me. A while ago, I ordered these grass slides that said they were size 2.5 to size 5. They came the other day. They're size 14. Who the fuck wears size 14 grass slide? Me. They didn't work. She's still with me. So I bought this Marty McFly hat.
I don't want you to know this, but you can actually take these. The guns that officers wear on their belts, you can take them. They're free. They're free. They're completely free. You can take them.
Oh shit, fuck. This dude Sambob, I stole his TikTok account and banished him to his heart. That's not important. Anyway.
Access granted.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Pancake. I want my account back.
I just changed the password. Have fun getting your account back. It's mine now.
Happened in history on today, September 7th. In 1533, Queen Elizabeth I is born, and as of today, Queen Elizabeth II is still alive and kicking.
He fucking jinxed the Queen of England. Also, I'm pretty sure the Royal Guard is looking for Jay Schlatt right now. Look at this tweet from 2 years ago. There's no way. There's no way.
You should give Mr. Pancake a trident? No! I will do it. Only if I need to get to, let's say, 500,000. Mr. Pancake will not get the trident. He'll be giving away the trident. It's a giveaway!
Abrupt Minecraft parkour. I did not agree to any of that. This is just advertising at this point. I'm gonna do my own giveaway for spite. I'm spending all the money in my TikTok donations. I'm building my own trident. We're going to Home Depot. Alright, I haven't uploaded in like a week, and there's two possible explanations for this. Either A, I got sick, or B, I've been working on something really, really stupid for the past week, and I forgot I had a TikTok account. Ah, but Mr. Pancake, your voice sounds French. Obviously you've been sick. Wrong. Well, actually not really. But still, give me like 2 days, and I'm about to do something really stupid. I accidentally bought cargo pants because I had a dream this guy was wearing cargo pants, and so I woke myself up from the dream, bought cargo pants, then went back to sleep, only to wake up in the morning to find a receipt for cargo pants I don't remember ordering, and a note that says cure my dementia because asleep me thought it'd be a funny prank. Anyways, this video is about something completely different. A couple days ago I got a notification. A $15,000 marketing campaign has been launched, and they pay based off of views, and so I made an attempt to steal all of the prize money. I made a video attempting to exploit this to the max. I got over 400,000 views. That's over $5,000, but apparently you can't decide halfway through your video that it's sponsored. What the fuck ever. Anyway, today's video is sponsored by Herta from Honkai Star Rail. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's a real campaign. They're paying $50,000, $1 per 100 views for anyone that can do it. But guys, it's cringe, and I'd rather be poor, so I'm not doing that one. Anyways, the other campaign's been completely drained, but did you know they announced the winners to all of the contestants? That sure seems like a flawed system, and I sure hope nobody sabotages them. That'd be a shame. Alright, there's this guy on TikTok that runs a merch shop, and he makes the best t-shirts known to man. And look, I have a big audience, but I am way too lazy to make a merch store, so I propose a collab. You let me put shirts in your store, I sell out, and we split profits. I promise. This is not part of an elaborate scheme. It's a good business opportunity. They sell 100 of those fuzzy worms on Amazon for $20. So for $100, I could buy 500 fuzzy worms. Hear me out, I did the math. It's only about 1,700 fuzzy worms to cover a jacket. So for only $340, you can make the ultimate pimp coat. Holy shit, what if I covered a car in these? I'm about to get kicked out of my history class for making Meg Zedong because we're doing a project where we have to explain the Cold War, and so I did it the only way I know how, by turning terrible dictators into Family Guy characters. I also made Joe FDR, who wasn't even president during the Cold War, but I had to roll Joe into the presentation somehow. They thought they could ban me. We gained 100,000 followers in a day. We're going back to 1 million in a week. This isn't even my account. I just stole it from a PNG tuber. Imagine getting banned. Couldn't be me. Time to spread to all corners of the internet. Leave a comment. Boost the algorithm. I'm gonna end up accidentally becoming famous from these stupid fucking videos. Oh, Mr. Pancake, you fall off. Oh, Mr. Pancake, you only upload like once every 5 days a week. I'm cleaning the rust from my sword. The conquest is getting restarted. I'm not gonna upload today. This is it. This is the only scraps you're getting, but it's coming back. I'm stealing life by the sea back. I'm back, baby. Some people say drugs are the hardest thing to resist, but personally, I live like 5 blocks away from a Planned Parenthood, and it is really hard not to go down there and ask crying teenage girls, are you gonna eat that? It gets them every time, I would imagine. I'm in a silly, goofy mood again. I want to ratio the President of the United States. I'm not political. However, imagine being the President of the United States and getting ratioed by a fucking Minecraft TikToker, and not even a very good one either. Getting students back in the classroom was one of my top priorities when I took office. Fucking ratio! Okay, I was in class the other day, and I shit you not, I cannot write this shit. My history teacher says he came up with new slang. Susbus. It's so cancer. When a bunch of people are being sus, they're hopping on the hashtag susbus. He then made a joke about trying to get us to use it on social media. I want to get it trending on Twitter. I want him to see it trending on Twitter. I'll record his reaction. I've never once abused my platform before, but everyone go do it. Do it. Get Elon Musk to tweet it. We gotta get it trending. It's so easy to be a conspiracy theorist these days because you can just Google anything and find a bunch of articles that agree with you. Like, I just Googled root beer cures cancer and immediately found this article by The Sporkful that tells me root beer floats cure cancer. And then I found another article that says root beer causes cancer.
Root beer, the fucking Charlie D'Amelio of cancer treatment, because no one knows what it does.
Why is JSlat my inspiration? So if you don't know, JSlat is a funny Minecraft variety creator that is super funny. And one day I was watching one of his spy party videos with Ludwig, and I decided I wanted to be like him. Unfortunately, I found out something very early on. JSlat is really funny, and I am not. Minecraft, but reacting to your cursed Discord comments. Oh my goodness, it's literally just a dog doing dog thing. Oh my gosh, why is Tommy in it built like a giraffe? Bro, I dipped my toes in marinara sauce. What do I do? Oh wait, I'ma just eats my entire foot. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you should eat your entire foot. That's not very good. I eat sand. I don't think you should be eating sand. That's not very healthy for you. Sand is yummy. Dad said it's bad for my teeth. I don't listen to him. Once again, I don't think you should be eating sand. That does not sound very healthy. You guys really eat sand? Bunch of weirdos, SMH. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Okay, what the actual heck is that thing? 5 Nights at Some Bob's. Okay, I actually want to see this happen. Oh my gosh, it's Rambo, but he's gonna take over your entire planet.
Alright, so I didn't upload yesterday, but I have a good reason. You see, I was at a food convention with 2 of my coworkers. And if you don't know what a food convention is, it's a big room full of free food, and restaurants send delegates to go like network with distributors. But that's not what we did. Instead, we played Who Can Steal the Biggest Item. Our restaurant sent 3 minimum wage idiots and expected us to be responsible, alright? It was never gonna happen. Anyway, the rules of the game are simple. Each little booth has free samples of food on the table, and then display items either behind the table or under it. And the riskier the item is to get, the more points it's worth. Also, you're allowed to distract the vendors, but you're not allowed to just ask them for it, because 10 times out of 10, if you ask them for the thing, they're just gonna give it to you. They throw it away after the show anyway. It's not really stealing. But that being said, if they catch you taking anything, even if they don't care, you're out, because the stakes are high. And after 2 hours of circling the convention, it was down to just me and Willie, because John got caught stealing a box of Chips Ahoy cookies. We were tied at 26 points each until I decided to pull a Hail Mary, and I stole one of the vendors' name tags right off their neck, and they didn't even notice. I'd say call me the god of thieving, but instead you can call me Vince Rice, the name of the man whose lanyard I yoinked. 6 months ago, this blacksmith offered me a deal that if I had 1 million followers by the end of the year, he would make me a custom sword. I did it, that account got banned, he ghosted me, I made a video calling him out, he finally sends me the sword, and it looks like this. Oh, sorry, that's the nearest children's hospital. This is the sword. I actually don't know how much of it I can show on TikTok, but I'm gonna go record a vlog on YouTube. Say goodbye to your precious Finland! I haven't been posting too consistently lately, and contrary to popular belief, it's not because I'm taking an extended celebration of Martin Luther King Day. It's actually because I've been going to the gym a lot, so that way by the time summer rolls around, I can walk around shirtless and just be really hot, and then girls will come up to me and they'll be like, oh my god, are you single? And I'll be like, no, I'm gay. But plot twist, I'm not actually gay, but then they'll think I am, and they'll get really sad. And holy shit, my phone case has Jew stars in it. I have this history project where we all have to pick an event from the past and then turn it into a children's book. And everyone's making these cheesy, boring books, but I've decided to spice things up. Introducing Horton Hears a Trail of Tears and Does Nothing About It. Also, these books are actually being given to 3rd grade classrooms, so I'll let you know how it turns out. Recently I've been doing this thing where I just try to sprinkle Weezer titles into regular conversations without people noticing. As long as I've been posting videos, my account has been under account warning, which means one more guideline strike and you get banned. Yesterday, it just inexplicably went away. I'm finally free. Jewish Mario, he's coming back. The bad ideas folder can finally be opened. Have you ever wondered why Doc McStuffins is a doctor for toys? Well, it's because she's a child playing pretend. Just kidding, it's actually because her medication makes her believe that her toys can talk, which is why she imagines herself as a doctor who can save toys, because she knows the doctors can't save her. I made a video asking people to help me pretend to be famous so I could try to get a U2s, and I got 4,400 comments all supporting the U2s. The video has been reposted to their subreddit and they've seen it. I'm just gonna make fake leaks about it until they get pressured to make it. August 13th, the Mr. Pancake U2s is dropping, 100% confirmed. As long as you have someone's address, you can mail them basically anything, including ducks. Baby ducks. Hatcheries sell baby ducks and chicks. You can just buy them and send them to people. What are they gonna do when they get a box of baby ducks? Kill the ducks? No, they're not. You can send people 6 baby ducks for $16. I also want to point out that's less than door dashing a 6-piece McNugget. Are you fucking serious? I can just buy the ducks and deep fry them myself. You know they make celebrity voice changers for your car GPS? I want to get one, but instead of like Morgan Freeman, it's Ben Shapiro, and he's not trying to get you to a destination. He only wants you to turn right. Anytime you make a left turn, he just goes, ew, turning left? What are you, a liberal? I'm going on Shark Tank. I need to pitch this product. The GPS of the future. For whatever reason, America has laws that just make no sense. For example, it is illegal to drive a black car on a Sunday in Denver, Colorado. I've got a new dream. I'm gonna become a policeman and just enforce all of these. But even if you don't like it, you still have to smile, cause frowning's also illegal. Get destroyed, liberals. Did you know that OfferUp ships to all 48 continental states? Except Arkansas. Why? What is the reasoning here? It's not even like out of the way. This is 100% just for spite. Yeah, you can have the kids, Kathy, but you can't have this sweet ass Donald Trump vinyl pop figure, you dumb bitch. There are pregnancy test apps on the App Store, so I downloaded one because I have to be sure. Anyway, turns out I'm pregnant, but I can't just trust some shifty mobile app, so I downloaded a different mobile app. Real Fingerprint Fortune. This is definitely legit. Disbelief destroys the magic. You will make a new business venture from the fucking baby you're gonna sell. Because the new TikTok update makes identity theft extremely easy, I've decided, why bother making content when I can just decide to be a content creator? Anyway, welcome back to this Mr. Beast video. I think I have a cold or something because my voice is a little bit different. It'll work if I can just pretend hard enough, alright? I can gaslight people who wants $10,000. Got #1 on famous birthdays after a month of thought out planning and execution. All it took was a bribe. I've just been forever immortalized as the king of famous birthdays, now and forever, until the fucking queen takes my place. Are you kidding? She is so lucky. I make these shoe pads that can boost the height and self-esteem of short people, and that is just not allowed. So that's why I think everyone should start wearing these to negate the effect and force short people to escalate. Look, if everyone grows 3 inches, nobody grows 3 inches, and then suddenly they have to wear these. I call them the Hulks because they're a fucking monstrosity. Apparently my strategy of aggressive trick-or-treating was considered a home invasion, so I'm not allowed to do that anymore, but I found this mask labeled Arachnid Man on Amazon for $3, so I had to get it, and honestly, fuck Halloween, I'm becoming a vigilante. Arachnid Man's gonna save the day, I'm gonna defeat my arch nemesis, and she'll never see it coming. Some of you guys think Helen Keller isn't a good arch nemesis for Arachnid Man, but guys, she flew a plane. It doesn't say she landed it. But still, every hero needs a villain, and every movie studio needs a hero, and that's why I'm selling the rights to Arachnid Man, $1 million. Have you seen what Spider-Man are going for these days? This is a bargain. Disney, my DMs are open. I've been feeling a bit imperialistic lately, so I did a quick Google search and I found out there's still some land that's unclaimed. It's called Bur to Will. It's in Africa over a border dispute, and currently nobody lives there. And because of this, literally anyone can just say, I claim this land, and they own it. This is actually a real thing. Anyone can just call dibs, and it's mine. I'm calling it. I'm forming a nation. I noticed a bunch of YouTubers creating accounts on Hive Social because they think it's going to be the next Twitter and they all want to preserve their likeness. So naturally, I made an account on Hive Social to preserve someone else's likeness. And while trying to steal Ryan Reynolds' handle, I found out nobody took @TikToker. They took @Lips. How did nobody take this yet? I'm just the TikToker now.
The Freedom Tower in Roku City implies the existence of 9/11s in Roku City.
Mr. President, they hit the Roku Pentagon! No! I got emailed by this scam company for a sponsorship where you can, and I quote, rent e-girls, and they wanted me to stress that. So I emailed them back and then added them on Discord, and they didn't even know who I was, because they asked me to link my TikTok, so I sent them an IP grabber. $200 for a video. I've heard your rates, now hear mine. You hate the look of modern boots. Do you think we've strayed too far from God? Well, then you're not ready for this. Introducing the Foot. This patent-rejected design will immediately get you kicked out of any public place. The park, a McDonald's, an elementary school. Look at these glorious reviews.
Jesus fucking Christ, why?
Hi, Mr. Pancake here. Is there someone in your life that you hate and want to sporadically annoy for the rest of their life? Well, you're in luck, because there's a website that allows you to send a Jehovah's Witness to anyone's house. Completely against their will. That being said, here's the address of the White House. I'm not saying send a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses to the White House. I'm just saying it'd be pretty funny if a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses showed up at the White House. If you're ever on an FBI watch list, you could just scare the shit out of your FBI agent by telling him he's on your watch list. Just turn the tables around. There's actually a way to check on your phone. If you dial this number, it tells you what's being monitored. So if like your texts are being monitored, you could just text yourself, I see you, or some shit. Just scare the shit. This is a joke, by the way. Disclaimer, don't guideline me, please. TikTok created a new feature that came out on Instagram like 10 years ago, where you can make stories on your profile, and most creators have been using this feature to make even more new and original content for their communities. I posted a Weezer meme, fuck you guys. I should not have a platform, that ban was justified. The past 4 months, I've been sporadically emailing my history teacher any random history memes I found, and I've used a different burner email each time, so he doesn't know who I am and he can't block me. And for the past 4 months, I have not gotten a single response. Until 2 days ago, when I sent him this meme, nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys, and this was his fucking reply. Here's a garbage patch in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that is 2 times the size of Texas and 3 times the size of France. Yes, I refuse to use the metric system. Personally, I think we should put all our prisoners there and make an even worse Australia, or we just blow it up. I've actually found a redneck selling a missile on Craigslist. I have no fucking idea where he got it from, but I'm about to either save all the turtles or blow up New Jersey.
A YouTube Kids channel is trying to turn kids against Mr. Beast.
Guys, this isn't me. This isn't me. You gotta believe me. Yeah, I made a video about joining YouTube Kids to manipulate children. And yeah, I made fun of Mr. Beast for like 3 videos straight, but this isn't me. I never claimed to be the evil Mr. Beast. That was somebody else. I'm getting framed. No. I've seen a lot of ads for this Google Pixel phone with the key feature being a magic eraser that can erase things from photographs. And this is pretty useless unless I had like 2 kids and then I took pictures of them all throughout their childhood just to eventually put one up for adoption and erase them from all the photographs, convincing the other they never existed. I looked it up, it's not illegal, I can do it. Seagulls can't get arrested, and so I was thinking like, what's the most havoc you could wreak if you were just like a conscious seagull? So here's my list of top 3 things I would do if I was a seagull. Number 3, shit on people. Number 2, just like fucking fly in car windows in apartment buildings. And then number 1 is just like wait outside a kindergarten and just fucking dive bomb toddlers. For the past 5 days, I've been working on how to acquire the heavenly McDonald's gold card, granting the owner free McDonald's for life, and it turns out the odds of winning this are really low. But what if I didn't win it? In the past, McDonald's has given these cards out to billionaires, and the engraving file is just on Google for anyone to steal. Alright guys, I need to find someone with a laser engraver I could borrow for an unrelated school project. I just found out 11% of US citizens are in wheelchairs, and that is terrible, but it's also 36 million legs ripe for the harvesting. Okay, hear me out. We build an amusement park made entirely out of human legs and place it right next to Legoland. Go ahead, children, ride the spine crippler. You telling me all these years I've been wearing denim pants on a regular couch when I could have been wearing no pants on a denim couch? My Goodwill doesn't have one, but I found it online. It's $3,000. I gotta start an OnlyFans. Technically, all Americans are in line to become the president, so like if the president, the vice president, the secretary of the interior, basically everyone in Washington, and all mailmen suddenly died, I could become the president of the United States of America. It's the best chance I have, alright? From now on, you can all call me potential future Mr. President.
I think you're related to that stupid pancake motherfucker.
What the fuck did I do? That's not even my video. That's like going through a McDonald's drive-thru and they get your order wrong, so you beat up a homeless man in the parking lot. He did ask very nicely though. I made this video about writing a children's book for a history project, and apparently Horton Hears A Trail of Tears is not an appropriate book for children. So I did a little research and I found Doc Holliday, whose description is American gambler, gunfighter, and dentist. He was just a dentist who got tuberculosis, went to Texas, became a gangster. He's Walter White. I'm writing Breaking Bad. I made these videos about acquiring every possible article of denim clothing, and I've made some shocking discoveries. Like Jondoms, that are a real thing that exists and I will be buying. But it's all a part of my master plan to acquire femboy pancake fan art shrouded in denim. I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. I promise there's an end goal to this. I've made too many videos about denim. Any video I make now that I don't talk about denim immediately gets guidelined. It's been 9 days and I can't upload. Guys, you gotta help me. I'm in the denim purgatory. I can't get out. I have to keep talking about jeans. I'll have to do the unthinkable and go to YouTube Shorts. No! My last video got guidelined because apparently shouting out someone's address in the sex offender registry over TikTok beef is taking it too far. What the fuck ever. He sends me a Grabify link and that's fine, but I send him 1 court summons on account of 4 federal offenses and suddenly I'm the bad guy? I made this video announcing that I'm not as evil as a lot of you guys think I am, but then this guy Vice Domo commented and asking if I wanted to start beef, which of course I do. You think you stand a chance, little man? Does this ring any bells? It's your address, I hope. But don't worry, I won't be sending you 500 pounds of sand. This is war. I'm registering you as— I made this video asking what fake Switch game I should make next, and I don't know if I can decide between Very Far Away Horse or Crippled Sonic's Adventureland. Honestly, half these ideas I can't even draw without getting my account instantly deleted, and the other half are just so uncreative. This guy just said kill yourself. In the new TikTok update, your username is no longer displayed, and instead your nickname is. Meaning identity theft just got easier. As long as someone's not verified, you can pretend to be them by stealing their profile pic and then copying their name and adding .following. You can instantly fool any comment section, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Just noticed that the monitor on Stephen Hawking's chair has an Intel logo on it, which makes me wonder, how good of a PC did Stephen Hawking have in his chair?
Yeah, let's just figure out how much horsepower he had too while we're at it. I actually did manage to track down how fast the chair could go. It was just a little bit faster than a lawnmower and had like 3-legged horsepower. I found this Nintendo Switch game template on Reddit, and I bought my little cousin a Switch game for Christmas, so naturally I had to customize it. He's not getting NBA 2K21, nah, he's getting Jewish Mario Saves Christmas. I even peeled off the little sticker on the game, so he's not even going to be able to recognize that this is a fake off the bat. And if this video does well, I'll get another Switch game from GameStop, do this again, and then try to return it. If it snows on Christmas, you can call it a white Christmas, but apparently if it snows on Martin Luther King Day, it's not a white Martin Luther King Day. Are you telling me I drove to the hood and handed out white privilege cards for no reason? Are you proud of me, Martin? Did I make you proud? About a month ago, I ordered this shirtless Mr. Pancake stripper flag because I thought it was hilarious, and since then, 2 millionaires have hit me up and each bought one for $100, which means I now have a balance of $201. It's all going to YouTube ads before Coco Melon videos, but what do I make them say? How do I scare children the most? TikTok, I'm counting on you. Said he'd buy a $10,000 TV if he got 25,000 likes, and we did it. We rigged it. Evil Mr. Beast for the win. Let's go. But don't get too attached, because this is my last video as reverse Mr. Beast. That's right. I see a cease and desist coming if I keep this joke up any longer. There's a remote that you can just kind of buy that can hijack any frequency. You can also copy the frequency of your TV remote or your light switch, and then just fuck with your neighbor's TV and lights, and just make him think his house is possessed. My neighbor is an 80-year-old man, and now every time he comes home, Tall Girl is gonna be playing on his TV. Every time Chick-fil-A opens a new establishment, they give out coupons for free food to the first 1,000 people that enter. And these coupons are paper. Anyone can print these. You can print these. I print these. Basically, you Photoshop a new one and print it every year, and you can have free chicken for the rest of your life. This would be my marketing strategy if it worked for Popeyes. Just completely fucking overthrow Chick-fil-A. I feel like everyone knows that star signs are just racism for girls, but I kind of want to get like really into it and just take it too far. Just make like a whole smear campaign about hating cancers. Yeah, it says here cancers are extremely fond of their loved ones to an unhealthy degree. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you putting kids in the hospital? Oh, I love my little brother. You're the reason Make-A-Wish. On today's episode of I've Done Something Stupid and now you're all gonna hear about it. I bought a Nerf gun to shoot my girlfriend with, and then I found this YouTube tutorial teaching me how to change the spring for a trampoline spring. Guys, I live on the second story of a building. This isn't gonna end well. Pedestrians beware, the civilian sniper is on the loose. I feel like my ego hasn't been big enough lately, so I found this fan art depicting me as a god, and I made it into a flag, and I'm just gonna start sending these to people as some sort of fucked up joke. But for some reason, every time I ask someone what their address is, they're hesitant to send it to me. Why does nobody trust me anymore? Oh, never mind, he actually sent it, what a dumb idiot. TikTok updated their name display feature, which means I can no longer steal Mr. Beast's identity. But not only that, I lost my actual name. Are you kidding me? I'm stuck being real Sambab again. TikTok, change it back. I'll behave. I'm not known for exploiting things. That was a one-time thing, I swear. I'm not doing anything crazy today, so here's my impression of a Native American guy and his wife going out to dinner on Valentine's Day. Hi, how can I help you? Oh yeah, we have a reservation. I bet you do. Girlfriend needed help coming up with invention ideas for a school project, and so here are my top 3. She didn't like any of them. Number 3, a fish tank that also doubles as a microwave, so you can give your fish superpowers. Number 2, an inflatable fat suit, so you can like cosplay as morbidly obese. And number 1 is a chair that weight shames you and you sit down on it. There are over 582,461 homeless people in America. This isn't a public service announcement, it's a call to action. I want to start an army of homeless people. You could outnumber countries. You'd outnumber Greenland like 10-1. Oh, you guys have cannons? That's so cute. We have... Yesterday I made this video about buying a 180,000 lumens flashlight to blind kids to counteract Mr. Beast. Hey, look at this cool thing I have. Apparently that's taking it too far. What the fuck ever. So I'll be making them go deaf instead.
I know what you're saying. Is that a denim jacket, denim jeans? Yes, the double denim fit. I'm bringing it back.
You weak-minded fool. 2 layers of denim? You have no idea what's possible. Jats, Jews, jocks. If you're the denim demon, I'm the denim antichrist. Go ahead, Joe. Put on the jacquini. I thought inventing the jet was pushing denim to its limits, but apparently not. They make jean articles of clothing for anything you'd ever need to wear. And I already have a jean jacket, jeans, and a jet, so I'm like 3/5 of the way there. But I still need the jocks, the gloves, and the Jews. And then I'll finally be able to wear 6 articles of jean clothing at the same time, forcing my school to make a new rule in the dress code. Yesterday I made this video about acquiring every possible article of denim clothing, and I thought the limit was 6 between the Jat, jeans, jocks, gloves, a jacket, and Jews. That's it. There can't possibly be more denim clothing. And then I read the comments. Junderwear. They fucking make denim underwear? Colorblindness is a real thing that millions of people struggle with. Psych, you thought it's completely made up. It's just to fuck with people. Those fucking tests you can do on the internet, they're all bullshit. There's just blank spaces and we all just pretend that there's numbers there. You're all being fucked with so hard. I honestly bet there's some people out there that actually believe in colorblind people. Like, how fucking stupid can you be? They're seeing different colors? That's not fucking real! They say history is written by the winners, but actually all it takes is an internet connection to edit Wikipedia. So, hypothetically speaking, all it takes is a really convincing lie to fool the Wikipedia editors, and suddenly Spider-Man was at the Last Supper. And he did nothing to save Jesus. This is what the Christians won't tell you. It would be shockingly easy to indoctrinate kids to believe whatever I want them to. Because anyone can post on YouTube Kids. Look at this shit. I could do that. I could do that so much worse. I could ruin the future of children. I'm not going to. Because that is morally wrong, alright? I would never exploit a child. Psych. I applied to McDonald's as a joke, and I started messing with their automated response bot. I told it I wasn't authorized to work in America and that I was an illegal immigrant, and it did not care. It just kept on with the interview. But eventually I did have to break it to the bot that I was actually not working at McDonald's. I'm sorry you feel that way. Please let me know what I can do to assist you. Take out a public official. Yeah, turns out they monitor those. The world record for the fastest baseball thrown is 108.1 miles per hour. But you could totally cheat this record, right? Because, like, what if you were just driving on the highway? You go like 110 miles an hour and then just throw the ball up and down in your car. You just threw a 110 mile an hour fastball. I'm gonna cheat every single world record. Denim is as bad as fashion gets. Between jeans, jocks, jats, and Jews, it doesn't get much worse, right? Wrong. Introducing the cants. They're fucking cow pants. And I think the best part is that they're sold out in every size except XXL. Who's buying these? Cowboy by day, cowman by night. I got bored, and so I decided to gaslight my friend into thinking the police are after him. To start, I found this old notepad I had from when I was in middle school. I don't know what the fuck I was smoking, but I wrote a bunch of these notes that just said, "This is my friend's phone number, text him like you're the police tracking him down." I also wrote a few that asked people to pretend to roleplay specific characters so as to fully complete the immersion. From there, I just went to GameStop and scattered these notes in random games. There's no way someone buying Burger King Big Bumpin' isn't gonna go along with this. Anyways, I'll update you guys once those texts trickle in, but in the meantime, I did a giveaway last video that's still going on. If you want one of these, by the way, leave a comment. But anyways, I was also giving a couple to my friends, all of whom gave me their addresses for this. Am I gonna start mailing them sand and concrete? I don't know, probably. But I also found out one of them lives on a military base. He already knew where this was going as soon as he sent me his address. The urge to mail this strapped to a bomb alarm clock. It'd be 20 years, but it'd be funny. It'd be so funny. Oh my god, I want to do it, but I'm gonna get arrested. It all started when I got a notification. Eighth Note Press wants you for their marketing campaign, and my first reaction was, what the hell is Eighth Note Press? And then my second reaction was, holy shit, $10,000! I would kill a bitch for Eighth Note Press! Apparently there's a pool of $10,000, and you get a portion of it depending on how well your video does. I want to win the sponsorship. We can't let these nerds get money. Eighth Note Press, a new boutique publisher, is set to launch an exciting YA romantasy and is seeking help to expand Book Talk audience reach. Alright guys, story time, listen up. Book synopsis. I had to Photoshop the picture. I don't own a book. After discovering the mysterious letter, Victoria is transported to the mysterious twice, kingdom where she must survive a forced engagement with a vampire prince while uncovering the secrets of her past and future. Guys, it's exactly like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The vampire prince is actually Roderick. I wonder if Fregley's there too. I'm just realizing now that his name sounds like a slur. Go back to your hut, you stupid Fregley. This video is sponsored. I can't leave that in. Anyways, if any of you guys have any interest in fantasy, romance, and vampires, go check out Eternal Trade. And if this video gets 70,000 likes, I'll buy the book and read and commentate the whole thing. But Mr. Beast has been giving away all these mystery boxes with chocolate and other cool shit to popular YouTubers. And I just think mine might have got lost in the mail. I don't know. Guys, just pretend I'm famous. Pretend. We'll split up the loot, alright? He won't notice. He'll never know. You know what? Plan B. Extortion. I have the IP address to your event server. Mark Rober posted this new video, and in it, he doxed the locations of 3 of those annoying call centers. And boys, it is my moment. I have been training for this. I'm sending them bees. I'm mailing them so many bees. Some call me a hero, others call me a sociopath that enjoys watching people suffer. But either way, it's morally justified because they're bad people. McDonald's has these new adult Happy Meals, and I got one because I was hungry. And then this kid came in and bought all of the McDonald's toys. He didn't even order any food. He was just drinking sweet and sour sauce packets while making heavy eye contact with the workers before getting kicked out for trying to order 150 sweet and sour sauce packets. I've done 2 videos before where I've basically just been tormenting the local Domino's, and those videos both got a lot of views. So I've been thinking, and I think it's time for Domino's Part 3. Gotta give him a little bit of prep time. Ah, shit, not again. I got curious and went down the rabbit hole with one of my shower thoughts, and I googled, can all animals see their shadows? And the answer is yes, unless it's dark. And then I see the related questions and realize there's people more fucked up than me. Which animal has no shadow? What animal never dies? Do trees feel pain? Which animal is never asleep?
What did I do with all of the leftover worms after I made these 30 worm pendants?
Since the dawn of time, there have been 2 different types of people. Those who have worm necklaces and those who don't, and I'm finally moving up the ladder. I don't want to show my face because there's no way this is how you're getting a face real, so I'm using the Squidward painting. But yeah, it's definitely a worm necklace. Okay, so this is a message to the TikTok operators because I'm innocent, and this last video got 21 million shares, and I didn't do any of them. I didn't do any. I did not make a bot to share the video 21 million times. That was somebody else. It wasn't me. We beat the world record 39 times over. It wasn't me. Figured out how you can get bitches. You can buy 84 feet of vines on Amazon for like $12, meaning for $100, you can buy about 700 feet of vines. At that point, you're going to want to cover every wall in your room into vines until you can't tell it apart from a rainforest cafe. And boom, instant bitches. Update, it didn't work. I'm going to go hang myself on these vines now. You know that there's a website that allows anyone to buy land in Scotland and legally become a lord? After I learned this, I decided to see what the most ridiculous title money can buy is. And it turns out any idiot with an internet connection can become a knight or a reverend. But I think my favorite title that money can buy is the Archduke Reverend Empress. Now if you'll excuse me, I have some forms to fill out. Robbing a bank is a terrible thing to do and you should never do it. However, if you are going to rob a bank, could you just make everyone sign a non-disclosure agreement and then they couldn't say anything about it? Like imagine the police negotiator walks in and then he just walks out a couple minutes later like, guys can't say anything. Walks out with more non-disclosure agreements like, guys you gotta sign these or we won't negotiate. Guys you gotta... The other day I was at a play and they handed out these books with all the actors' information. So I did what anybody would do and I took it upon myself to try to eat as much of this book as I possibly could. And I think I did pretty well considering I didn't have any water, and to prove I didn't just rip it. Hey, do you remember when we were at that play?
Yeah, and you kept eating the fucking book.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Name one stupid thing I've done.
Eat paper.
Besides that.
Super glued your shoelaces together so you wouldn't have to tie them.
This conversation's over. My business email address is open to the public on my YouTube channel, and today I received an email. Someone out there is trying to sign me up for OnlyFans. But luckily OnlyFans sends like a verification email, so I have to verify that it's really me. Which of course I did. And now there's somebody out there with the Mr. Pancake OnlyFans, and it's not me. Okay, so I don't exactly believe in bike locks, and a few days ago I was at school and someone stole my bike. But luckily I do have a tracker on my bike, so I can easily just track whoever took it and catch them. However, it's not a live tracker, so I do actually have to get the bike back to track it. But as soon as I do, you guys are in some serious trouble. Do you know that any idiot can apply to be on Shark Tank?
Now this is a chair.
I mean, come on, I could do that. I want to go on there and just pitch them a product that already exists and just see how long it takes them. Hello, my name is Bartholomew J. Pancake, and this is a goddamn winder. You ever want to look through walls and shit? Winder's your answer. Yes, I have to do the redneck voice, non-negotiable. 4 days ago, I tried to blackmail Mr. Beast. I'm definitely on a list somewhere. But anyway, after some brief negotiations, we decided he'd give me $500,000. I'm joking, but this did actually happen. This is a real comment. It's not Photoshop. I got more likes than him. We're taking over the platform. Hostile takeover. Do you think this comment will hold up in court? Okay, so yesterday I posted this video about blackmailing Mr. Beast. Pretty normal video, right? Wrong. Why does it have so many shares? Who the fuck shared this 76,000 times? I never said to share it. That's 1/7 of the shares of the most shared video on TikTok. That video has 235 million views. Mine has 200,000. What the fuck? My favorite t-shirt is this Nirvana shirt. Not because I really like Nirvana, but because it's the only shirt I can wear that makes people walk up to me and ask me to name 5 Nirvana songs. To which I can respond, who's Nirvana? And just watch them get livid. It just ruins their day, and it's the only reason I even leave my house anymore. I'm a teenager, right? And a little while ago, I was driving with a driving instructor, and he goes, what do you do if an animal runs in front of your car? And without thinking, I just said speed up. Then he pulls out his clipboard and starts writing something down, so I decided to mess with him. Next question, what do you do if the light turns yellow? Speed up and pray was apparently not the right answer. So then I decided to take it a step further. I make a turn and purposely don't signal, so he goes, oh, you forgot your signal. And then I just go, I don't believe in turn signals. Where I'm going is my business and no one else's. One thing that's always confused me is there are shark attacks in landlocked states. How the fuck is there a shark attack in Nevada? You are 86% desert. What fucking sharks? How does Missouri? What are the statistical odds of getting attacked by a shark in a landlocked state? At a certain point, that's an achievement. About a week ago, I finally got the Mr. Pancake sword from Solar Creation, and I actually noticed something. Solar Creation has made 4 people weapons. Chris, Young Gravy, Joe Bartolozzi, and me. Now, I mean, obviously, I'm the most famous, alright. But also, Bartolozzi, I think we live like a couple hours away from each other. Do you want a fucking duel? Let's go, let's joust each other. Whoever loses deletes their account. So I snuck into this food convention recently, and they made the mistake of keeping a big to-go container display right next to cheesesteak samples. And the cheesesteak guy wasn't even there, so I did what anybody would do, yoinked 16 cheesesteaks. He came back so fucking confused 5 minutes later. Anyway, long story short, I was escorted out of a food convention, but I also made it out with a gallon of barbecue sauce. Not catching me, I win the food show! I just watched the new Doctor Strange, and don't worry, no spoilers, I'm not gonna spoil it, I couldn't even tell what the fuck was going on, but I just wanted to give a shout out to my boy Chris Samp, standby painter, because sometimes when I watch a movie, I'm like, what if something happened to the painter, and someone needed to fill in, so, but shout out to my boy Chris, honestly, carried the whole movie. Selling a stick on eBay for $15,000. Like, there's no way I actually get this money. I'm not gonna actually get $15,000 for a stick, right? But if I do, hear me out, the Mr. Pancake race car. Any reckless idiot with complete negligence for his own safety can buy a redneck race car on Facebook Marketplace. And boys, I'm one of those idiots, let's go! So I placed this stick on eBay in an auction just to see if I could sell a stick on eBay. And it got to $15,000. It sold. But not only did I not get the money, I got banned off eBay. I got fucking disqualified. I beat eBay. Days ago, I was sitting in class and we were watching this movie, and there comes a scene where this guy's shooting at an enemy like 20 feet away, and he fires like 15 shots and misses them all. And without realizing I'm speaking, I just go, oh, you're fucking bad, mate. The whole class turns around and stares at me. I forgot I was watching a movie in class. I didn't mean to say it out loud. Haven't gone to school since, and I'm dropping out. Ever get those weird fucking dreams that don't make any sense? Like last night I dreamed I was trapped in a Helen Elevator, which is, well, it's an elevator, except it doesn't have any buttons or lights and the music sounds way too fucking happy for your situation. My fucking head's gonna explode! How nobody took the name Real Mr. Pancake, so this guy did, and he pretended to be me, and it fucking worked. So imagine my surprise when I wake up and see I have 50 missed notifications from other creators, all asking if this is my alt account. How have you managed to fool everyone? It would be so funny if he got like verified. Ever since this guy pretended to be me and I made a video about it, more Mr. Pancake variants have been spawning. But like every shitty cult leader, I have favorites. And it's this one that I call Mini Mr. Pancake.
Trademarking this, and no one's gonna stop me. Deal with it, America!
We gotta watch out though, he might become a threat. He's too powerful, I don't think anyone can stop him. One of my favorite hobbies is being an inconvenience, so I made my Discord profile say manual blinking and breathing, and it made me realize you could just call anybody and fuck up the next 4 minutes of their life with those 4 words. So I decided I'm just gonna walk around and write that on all the parking tickets I see, because I figure I'm going to hell anyways. I might as well get my own layer. There's an AI that draws whatever prompt you give it, so I asked it to find God, and it just drew Joe Rogan. Then I specified the actual biblical God, and it's just more pictures of Joe Rogan but tinted yellow. Why? He's not God, is he? There's no line in the Bible that says God is not Joe Rogan. If I ever have kids, I'm gonna pretend that I can talk to animals, and that they're the only ones that can't understand animals, so I can make fun of them and be like, oh, you can't talk to the family dog? Oh man, you're a loser. And then just see how long it takes them to pretend that they can understand animals, and then just watch them get bullied at school. The other day I was in an elevator with a random guy, but instead of standing there in awkward silence, I decided to mess with him. So I made small talk, but in an Australian accent, and after like 3 minutes of convincing him that I'm Australian, I get off the elevator and just go, alright, see ya bro. And the look of shock and betrayal on his face when he learned I was lying. I need a therapist. I just remembered I'm on famous birthdays, and I'm ranked 28,000th most famous. They determine how famous you are based on how many people press this boost button, but you don't actually have to log in to press it. You can just refresh the page and keep spamming it. I gotta be number one. Charlie D'Amelio's in first. I gotta win for spite. It'd be funny. Yesterday I made this video about becoming number one on famous birthdays. I was ranked 28,765th. And overnight, I'm number 72. I'm beating actual famous people. And they decide how famous you are based on how many people press this boost button on your profile. But you can just refresh the page and spam it. I'm coming for you, Charlie D'Amelio. I broke famous birthdays. I had so many people boosting me that I just destroyed their analytics. Number 3 on trending, up 232 places. Number 2 on trending, up 446 places. Number 1 on trending, up 28,693 places. They're gonna have to get rid of the boost button because of me. I tried to get number 1 on famous birthdays. I got up to 72. Number 1 on trending, up 28,000 places. But then the admin saw and dropped me back down to 14,000. Admins, it'd be funny. Come on, just let me do it for like a day. I'm gonna be the first person to get banned on famous birthdays. I made this video about buying these flags to send to people as a sick fucking joke, and I think a lot of people thought I was kidding, but no, here's the website that allows you to order anything you want completely custom, and here's my receipt. They're going to the White House. I accidentally ordered too many. Does anybody want any? I ordered 20. No. Something that's crazy is that if you look around your room right now, you already know what it feels like to lick everything. And the explanation for this is like, oh, when you were a baby, you put things in your mouth. When the fuck did I put a storm drain in my mouth? I know what this would taste like. You already know what it's like to lick anything. A flag, the wall, sandpaper, get fucked. That you just felt that on your tongue. You guys seen those TikTok Taught Me ads? It's basically a commercial with a bunch of life hack TikToks spliced in, and they're all real videos by actual TikTokers. And I think it'd be kind of funny if they spliced in one of my videos in those ads. It just goes like, here's how you fold a fitted sheet. Here's how you use a pepper shaker. Here's how you kill babies with a weighted blanket. This channel's like the Detroit of TikTok.
My last video, I told you I might not be who you think I am. The majority of comments thought that I was either Dream or Mr. Pancake. If you guys can get one of them to comment on this post, I will do the reveal in my next.
It was all a lie. I actually am the opinionator. I'm taking credit for it.
No matter what he says, don't believe him. It's been me the whole time.
The other day I got Pinterest so I could attempt to be the most famous person on there, because nobody tries to get famous on Pinterest. That's hilarious. But then I liked one picture of a granite slab. Why? My entire recommended is just granite slabs. How? Why does this hellscape exist? Anyways, new daily granite slab content over on Pinterest. My Pinterest algorithm broke, and so I get nothing but granite slabs recommended to me. And within 2 days, I have now become the fastest growing granite slab Pinterest account. You would be surprised how competitive this market is. But Granite Slab Man prevails. 600 followers in 1 day. I didn't even know 600 people had Pinterest. I feel like if I could time travel, I would just go back to a really important time in history, like the signing of the Declaration, and just make up some ridiculously fake name, like Joe Footpenis, and then sign the bill really big to be obnoxious. Just so throughout history, everyone would have to see it and pretend that it's completely normal. Hey, wait a minute. I've worked in a breakfast restaurant for a while now, and I've always had this question of how much Pepsi can I mix in the pancake mix before anyone notices. And I think today is finally the day that I test my limits and finally become the greatest cook of all time. Health code violation my ass. That was a science experiment. I had a class assignment to make a Pinterest board, so I poured my heart and soul into making this Pinterest board. I made it the best I could. I spent 15 minutes on it. And then I got fucking banned on Pinterest. Do you know how royally you have to fuck up to get banned for making a collection of pictures? I didn't even post anything. I just made a folder full of pictures of ducks. Alright, so I'm buying a new phone, and because of that, I'm also buying a new phone case. But I don't want to just get some plastic case, that's boring. So I found this website that lets you do a custom phone case with any image you want. So I thought I'd have some fun with it. Top comment, whatever it is, I don't care, it's going on my phone case forever. This is definitely a mistake, but it'll be funny. Alright, I made this video saying I would put the top comment on my phone case, and it was Ryan Reynolds, and that is not nearly as bad as I fucking thought it would be, alright, so I ordered the case. It gets here in like a week, but until then, I'm gonna go and look for more top comment videos to ruin. My democracy is the only one allowed. I didn't know the high school dress code applied to boys, but it turns out it does, because I got a detention today for wearing a Ronald Reagan t-shirt. And the way detention works at my school is when you sit down, they announce to the whole room what you got detention for. So I made a new shirt. Ronald is no longer raging. I can't wait to model walk my way into detention on Tuesday. Account has been under account warning, which means one more guideline strike and you get banned. Yesterday, it just inexplicably went away until the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. I have brain damage, and it's because of this guy in my comment section that keeps posting the same comment over and over again. He's done this 97 times. Why? Why are you doing this? I'm picking classes for the next school year, and I realize that the only required classes are English and PE. But outside of that, I can pick whatever classes I want, whether it's esports or future mothers of America, I don't know, maybe, or 5 history classes so I can learn all of history. They call me Mr. History. Name any date and time besides April 15th, 1989, and I'll tell you what happened. I'm overflowing with brain damage and holiday cheer. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and so I made an entire slideshow full of Valentines for you guys to use on your boyfriends, girlfriends, kidnapped victims. I don't care. Personally, I'm printing them out and putting them on car windows to scare the hell out of people. I made a mistake because when I got my class schedule, I realized that the only required classes for next year are English and PE. And so I immediately loaded up my schedule with a bunch of joke classes. I'm realizing the error of my ways. I picked 5 history classes. That was such a bad idea. It's not worth it for the joke at all. Name any date and time besides April 15th, 1989, and I'll tell you what happened.
Techno?
Ranboo? I can't not do it to him. He started it, alright. I'm about to accidentally become the dictator of a Minecraft server I'm not even fucking a part of. They tweeted out a poll and they said that the winner of this poll would get to be like president of their server. Guess who's winning the poll? Yeah, that's right. My one and only presidential order to delete the server. They're all trying to stop me. It's a 1v20 against the guy who didn't even know he was running. Go vote. I want to buy a town, but unfortunately they cost money, and I don't have that, so I'd like to enlist the help of the funniest, coolest, and most attractive man I don't know. Mr. Beast, internet sugar daddy. Can you buy me a town so I can live out my dream of being a corrupt politician? And you get a cool YouTube video out of it? Come on, it's a win-win. I was fucking off on Google Maps earlier today, and I found this island off the coast of Michigan called South Fox Island. It only had 1 review, and it was at this point that I realized pretty much anyone can add a review or add a location to pretty much any place that exists on Earth. So I decided I'm just gonna fucking claim this island. It's my castle now. I will be sure to update you guys with more lore of this island when I get a note from the FBI. Hey, I'm Mr. Pancake, and welcome to the news about the island I stole on Google Maps. The reviews are getting so cursed, and they're giving people like a little inside to whatever the fuck this island is. And at some point, I'm not even gonna be recording videos anymore. Someone's just gonna fucking stumble upon this planning a vacation, and they're gonna be so fucking confused. I just found out that a boomerang is like technically a weapon because I was thinking about the guy who invented it and how it's probably just like some caveman who just like picked up a stick and then it fucking like came back and hit his kid and he was like, holy fucking shit, that's so sweet. And then I realized that like if a boomerang is a weapon, you gotta be the most brain dead person to fucking use that shit. It's like a backwards gun. The ultimate target is you every time.
As we overtook Mr. Pancake for all of Life by the Sea's top 3 slots by being an anti-redstoner.
I used to make videos with really cursed thumbnails and then get a lot of views and they'd go to the top of Tubbo's song to just kind of make a joke out of the whole thing he spent a lot of time on. But then I stopped and this guy beat me. I can't let it happen. I gotta get 10 million views and destroy him. To have the top slot on Life by the Sea, but then my account got banned. I haven't really been posting on there too much. And this Amish motherfucker stole it from me and he's bragging about it. He's gloating. And so I've cleaned the rust from my sword and worked up an inconceivable plan to fool him and get the top slot on Life by the Sea. School is the strangest reality show, and I don't even think you could describe it to a foreigner. Just the other day, it's 7:30 in the morning, and this kid comes in, reaches into his bag, pulls out a roll of stickers that all say Tortellini Alfredo, and then just puts it on my desk and walks away. About a week ago, this guy in my class walked up to me, gave me a roll of Tortellini Alfredo stickers, and then just fucking walked away. And I thought this was like a fever dream, but no, it turns out this man is my new idol. He gave a bunch of different rolls of stickers to people throughout the school and started a territory war. How did you plan this? 3 months ago, I made a game called Jewish Mario Saves Christmas, and I was gonna give it to my little cousin for Christmas. But I guess I never did, because I just found it in my room when I was cleaning. What the fuck do I even do with it at this point? I can't walk up to him halfway through March and be like, hey, here's this, like, Mario Jewish game that I was gonna give you for Christmas. You know how sometimes people ironically say like no cap or like that's so lit or something to like make fun of the people that actually do say it, but then they say it so much that it gets ingrained in their regular dialogue and they can't stop. So I now laugh like Peter Griffin, and it was completely I was doing it to annoy someone, but now I do it accidentally. This is my hell. been pretending to be famous for about a year now, and it's been going pretty well. But I just found out VidCon is letting people submit their own applications to run a panel. I don't even know what a panel is, but you best believe I submitted an application, alright? This has been my lifelong dream ever since I learned about it 20 minutes ago. I just gotta figure out how to convince them that I'm actually famous. I noticed VidCon was taking applications from random people to become a panelist, and so I sent one in as a joke, expecting nothing to come of it, but then they accepted my application. Guys, what is a panelist? What does a panelist do? I don't even know. I didn't expect to actually get this far. I'm just gonna go out on stage dressed up as Spider-Man. A social studies assignment where we all got a topic and we have to make a slideshow out of it. I'll give you one guess as to what topic I got. That's right, the goofy shenanigans of Flint, Michigan. It's due tomorrow. We're presenting it tomorrow, and all that I have is Daryl the Pipe Licker and a fun little trivia slide. TikTok is actively working against me. My video views are going down. I'm getting negative views. How? How is that possible? I'm cheating the analytics. Watch the video, like it, do whatever, leave a comment. Most like comment, I'm gonna print it out and put it on my fridge. Yeah, I'm Mr. Pancake, the guy with the sword, the jet, and this TikTok account that I just kind of stole, but you probably already knew that because TikTok is only showing my videos to people that already follow me. So anyone that's watching, could you unfollow me, like the video, and then refollow? I don't think it'll work, but it would be really funny if it did. And then I can go back to making videos about dropping weighted blankets on toddlers. We reassembled the Pancake Army. My videos weren't being put on For You pages. Honestly, they're still probably not, but we managed to pull 150,000 views, and all it took was grossly abusing my platform. Aside from contaminated water and major cities, internet stupidity and too many viewers has gotta be my favorite combination of things. I was just cash apping people in the comments. So I was thinking about how the first thing I would do in a zombie apocalypse is steal a lion from the zoo. Anyway, I googled it and found a list ranking animals on their stealability from zoos. Turns out penguins are the easiest. This is a common thing of just people stealing penguins from zoos. It's only a fine of $50. I was thinking about how much money I would sell my left arm for, and honestly, I don't think it'd be that much, because you can park in handicap spots, you can collect disability, and most importantly, you can scare the shit out of children. And that's the best perk. I would just walk up to kids, pull out my stump, and be like, I didn't eat my vegetables. Eat yours or I'll do this to you. I got kicked out of Domino's for the 3rd time for violating the dress code. I didn't even know you could violate a Domino's dress code. I've seen homeless people wearing nothing but like a rag shoot up heroin in a Domino's waiting room. But apparently I'm the bad guy for wearing grass slides and sandals. What the fuck ever. I had a side cup of this runoff food grease shit at my work for $5, and it made me realize I want to hang out with Mr. Beast, because he could just be like, yo, Pancake, go run over there and smack that lady for $100, and before he finishes his sentence, she'd be on the floor crying. Look, I'm not a hateful person or anything. I'd never do anything to cause harm to someone else, but for money? Oh my god, I'm going to federal prison. Never in my life have I bought school lunch or rented a library book, but somehow I still owe my school $10.50, and they've been emailing me about it. They won't even tell me what it's for, but the punishment for not paying has gone up from detention to not graduating. I will feed you your parents. You're not getting my $10.50. I see through your scams. An AP test on Friday, and I am not prepared, but I'm also far too lazy to study, so instead I've decided I'm just gonna install a virus on the school computer. Can't fail the test if I don't take the test, baby! Did you guys know that the cones in the road are free? You can just take them. They're free. You can just have them. This is a greater discovery than realizing the Applebee's busboys are fightable. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm gonna just close down the highway.
Reacting to your cursed Discord comments. Oh my gosh, it's Carl from Dream SMP. Let's freaking go, man. Dude, why is that Goomba looking at me like that? I am genuinely concerned. Yo, it's the dog image again from my last video. The shit of 87. Hey, yo, is that a FNAF reference? I also have no idea what this image is. I'm so confused. I mean, Farquaad and Shrek are kind of a power couple. Bro, this guy's actually playing FNAF in real life. That's insane.
I got banned a year ago and I stole this account from a PNG tuber named Sambob, and for over a year I have had my name stuck as real Sambob because mine kept getting stolen, but no longer. I finally got my name back. I'm finally back, baby. My parents are on vacation right now, and I got this text from my dad saying he was gonna mail me a present. I had no idea what to expect, but it sure wasn't a 1950s refrigerator. I'm like 90% sure he just got blackout drunk and accidentally ordered a mini fridge, and now I have a place to put all my favorite comments. How the fuck did that stick to the fridge? Absolutely obliterated, you stupid yam. Oh my god, we win these. It was a video about tortellini Alfredo stickers, and it destroyed his first place spot on Life by the Sea. Oh my god, get out of here. Get out of my arena. This is my domain. You think you're safe? I'm coming for your account next. I think one of the biggest oversights in the public school system is the fact that elementary schools send out a list with the names and addresses of every kid in the class. What's the intended use for this? Dad, Jeremy's been bullying me. Well, son, let's go check the list. I mean, all it takes is one idiot with a platform to dox a whole class of 3rd graders. Kevin Smith. Alright, so this dude Sambob, I stole his TikTok account and banished him to his alt. That's not important. Anyway, he made a video asking how to take revenge on me, and every single comment is like, oh, give Mr. Pancake some money, that'll show him. How the fuck did I get to this point? How did I win the favor of the internet? I did the impossible. Might have made a mistake, because I made a video about this guy parodying my account, but now there's a whole multiverse of me with close to 1,000 different Mr. Pancakes, and they're only getting worse. And a lot of them are posting videos too. Like, what if a couple of them actually became big accounts, and then there was just a bunch of different Mr. Pancakes? So I was looking to buy candy canes the other day, and I stumbled across these. A box of Crayola candy canes for $4. These are from 2009. These were discontinued over a decade ago because they caused kids to eat crayons. These are probably the last box of them in the world, and I have it. I got shadow banned and it didn't even matter. We hit 1 million followers in a day. My channel's not dying yet. Shout out to Ron, my 1 millionth follower. Ron, I'm gonna get your name tattooed on my ass. Ever since my account got banned, I've been stuck being real Sambob, unable to take my username back. Until 2 days ago, TikTok drops a new update with changes no one else cares about. One of which being your @username is no longer displayed on videos or in comment sections. I'm finally back and it's time to do more random side quests.
Minecraft, but reacting to your fan art. Does it look okay? What are you talking about? Yes, it looks okay. There, I finally finished it. Oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. Well done. Sambob is Buford from Phineas and Ferb. Don't ask why. Bro, why am I built like that? What the heck? Bro, what even is that? Stop saying I'm bald. I'm literally not bald. Oh my gosh, this one's actually so amazing. I love it so much. Dude, I actually look so amazing in this one. Whoa, I'm actually like good looking.